Denny Hamlin as well. You stumped me there, but I agree with you. I think Denny Hamlin has a fast car, qualified well, and we know how good he is on these super speedways.
Well, I don't remember my pick either, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
Let's get the reveal.
I'm just going to go with the obvious. Now, it should be the obvious, right? He just won the championship. It's Kyle Larson.
Shocking.
But it's a dangerous
Kyle Larson.
Listen, and this is why I think that not only is he going to win this duel, but he's going to win the Daytona 500. It's time. No, he has a terrible finishing record here, but driving and where he runs on this race at this racetrack.
I agree with Clint.
Look at every finish.
I agree with Clint
He's
here.
right there, but he never comes off the turn 4. We need to finish out.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the fuck is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great day today. I'm having a good day because we got racing today. It's NASCAR.
Comment to me today about how his mental mindset.
Yeah, we got some NASCAR, y'all.
Several finishes.
I know, it's been a long time. I mean, we had the Clash last week, but like, they were going like fucking 20 miles an hour.
So don't think about wrecking, think about winning.
You can't worry about wrecking. It's going to happen.
Clint, you swayed these guys. They made picks and then they...
What's up, Matt Ranieri? How's it going?
Once in a while, Clint has a good idea. Not very often, but every once in a while.
Ganged up on me, they came back my way, didn't
Bring
they?
those good ideas up to the booth. You and Kevin go join them. Mike Joy, you'll be on the call for the duels tonight. Me and Jamie are going to hang out for a little while longer, but we're going to step aside as we take a look at William Byron, who's going for 3 straight Daytona 500s, or a guy like Joey Logano, who just wants his second. Stay with us.
All right, Big Me. This is where the dream begins.
It is duel time. It's time to duel. More like it.
Quick catch, remember me?
My younger self?
Yep, I'm the you who never gave up.
Okay, this little girl's voice is fucking annoying.
If we push ourselves,
Shut up, children.
further than we ever
Can you...
could.
Is it hard to not have a high-pitched voice? I know you can't control it,
I'm
but
Jake, founder of Ray. Our latest invention, retinal vision. AI tuning
that
delivers
commercial was
ultimate
fucking...
clarity.
I don't need to hear this!
Protect your home like...
Maybe find an actual
Retinal vision on these 4K
spokesperson
cameras and doorbells.
instead of just using children.
Ring.com.
Arby's new meat and 3 box for just
Oh, God.
$7.99 is a 4-course meal deal.
How's everybody doing today?
Meals, this box won't leave
It's
you
58 degrees with clear skies in Daytona Beach, Florida. Hi, Jaden. America 250.
We have the meat.
See,
I realized the more you bundle, the more you save on insurance with Liberty People.
it'd be perfect if they actually made it to where, you know,
I've been taking word classes online.
it would be perfect if they cut the races down 10 laps tonight. That way it was a 100 laps total, and that way you could actually call it like the America 250, because then it'd be 250 miles. But now it's like, what is it? It's like 260 something, or no, it's more like 270,
New iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
120 laps. How many miles is that? I think it's actually close to 300.
Jared Jewelers. Enjoy 20% off store-wide.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. Head for the mountains.
It's Richard's first day back.
Tuesday, March 3rd.
One mistake, and I am taking you down.
How's it going tonight, everyone?
Tuesday, March 3rd on Fox. This February, the Great American Race is on Fox. Busch Light is giving fans a chance to dash for cash. Follow Busch Light on social and stay tuned to find out how you can win throughout the race. The Daytona 500, February 15th on Fox.
Aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. Tried, tested, proven legendary.
Doing good. That's good. Y'all ready for some racing?
Isn't just a race, it's a battle.
Yeah, so these 2 races determine who will be, or how the starting field will look like for the Daytona 500. There is 6 drivers that are not in the Daytona 500 as we speak. For the first duel, Corey LaJoy, Chandler Smith, and Casey Mears are the drivers trying to find their way into the Daytona 500. And in the second race, it's Anthony Alfredo, BJ McLeod, and JJ Yaley. So, the highest finisher in each duel of those drivers will move on to the Daytona 500.
Again, and not an exhibition anymore. I look at guys like Ryan Blaney as one of those leaders of the pack to watch tonight.
Well, yeah, if I could have remembered his name, he was my pick, Josh.
My pick to win Duel 1 is Ryan Blaney. I think he's going to win the first duel. And my in the second duel, my pick is Kyle Larson. I think the strategy for Kyle Busch here, he's got the pole. He will be the pole sitter. He will be starting first. It's just, well, unless, you know, he were to get a lot of damage and need to go to a backup. But just drop to the back. Stay. This does not matter. This is not important at all. Tonight is literally meaningless for Kyle Busch. So just drop to the back. Fucking. Just don't do anything dumb. Lose the draft immediately. Ride around. Maybe go to the garage. I don't know if you have to like actually finish the duel for it to like count or anything, but
a lot of talent there.
Well, the guy we used to refer
stay
to
out of
as
trouble.
Bo hasn't had the starting position we've expected from him in the last couple years, but still strong.
Yeah, you think back not long ago, he was racing William Byron for the win here. It came down to just when the caution came out, or he could be a Daytona 500 champion as well. So look to him to be strong and hopefully get hooked up with his teammate tonight.
Well, now it's time for the Toyota team update as we check out those Toyota drivers starting in duel number 1. A guy like Corey Heim, he's already into the show. John Hunter Nemechek. Jimmy Johnson, always great to have him back out.
You got a new graphics package for Fox.
That was really good at these type
Love that.
Think about the win he had at Talladega years ago. Always a contender when we come here, though.
And then the Toyota drivers in duel number 2. A lot more teammates in this one when it comes for Toyota.
Yeah, and Briscoe, obviously, that has qualified exceptionally well. Denny's my pick to win this. Denny's good at every type of racetrack, but a 3-time Daytona 500 winner. And you see their teammate Bell right there, going to start 6th.
All right, let's check in one more time with our Jamie Little.
Josh, Christopher Bell, one of those Toyota drivers, and while we're back at a restrictor plate kind of track, as people call it, draft track, what's the advantage, though, tonight to be in duel number 2 and get to watch what these guys do?
Yeah, certainly we get to watch and see how the race unfolds, but honestly, we've had the same race, the same rules package for so long now that the races are kind of rinse and repeat, and the strategy's pretty spelled out. I think everyone kind of knows where they need to be there.
Yeah, I think everybody will have to pit.
We see one chaotic race and one pretty
Yeah, everybody will have to
race,
pit in the duel.
If that first duel runs green, then you get a little bit nervous for your duel. But yeah, I actually enjoy the duels. I think it's a lot of fun to be able to race for your starting position, and it's a little warm up for the Daytona 500. So excited to see what happens with this interstate batteries DeWalt Camry. I think it's been, it drove pretty good yesterday in practice, and in qualifying we were bouncing around like crazy. So, yeah, we don't know what we have until we get out there for the race tonight.
You talked about this being a warm-up for Sunday's race, but with it being half the field, being a night race, how different are these cars in that draft than they will be maybe under sunshine, hopefully, on Sunday?
Yeah, it's tough to learn about your balance.
I mean, this race is probably going to end under the lights on Sunday. Not probably, like it will. It will under the lights.
The car is going to be tremendously different what we have tonight. I'm wearing a big coat. It's really cold, and hopefully it's sunny and hot whenever we go out and do the Daytona 500. So the hot conditions on Sunday should make the car drive a lot different than what it does today. So you can't really take much from that, but certainly getting some experience and just getting your feet underneath of you since we haven't been in the cars for a while now. So yeah, it's a good time.
All right, go get warm. We'll see you in duel number 2. He'll roll off 6th. Let's go over to Regan.
Well, Jamie, Josh Berry getting ready to start his 3rd dual race of his career. And to this point, Josh, the dual race has not been extraordinarily kind to you. So how do you turn that around tonight and make sure you got a great starting spot Sunday?
Yeah, I think just, play it smart early on, but then, just try to get some track position, whether that's racing through the field or just executing on pit road throughout the night. I feel like we got to ride a really good car, have a great group of guys that work really hard over the off season, and hopefully we can take this Motorcraft Quick Lane Ford Mustang to the front.
got to ask you, so we were just talking to Christopher Bell and talking about the way that these dual races play out. Usually if the first one's calm, the second one's wild, vice versa. So what do you want to see out of this first dual race before you start yours? And you got a couple teammates you can learn from, too.
Yeah, for sure. I think obviously we're all going to be paying a lot of attention to this first one and just seeing how it races. And I agree with you. Usually one's pretty calm and one's not. So we'll see on what side of it we are. But obviously want to try to keep our car in one piece if we can. But at the same time, we need to race and learn for Sunday, and feel like we got a good piece to go do that with.
All right, well, enjoy watching this first race, and we'll see you in just a little while on the track. Josh?
All right, appreciate it, Regan. So, some final thoughts. What would these drivers be feeling as they get set to hit the track?
Well, everybody's obviously ready to get going, and I'm with Regan. I always wanted to be in the first race because I feel like you watch the first one and it's chaotic, and if they don't have a wreck, you just feel like the odds of there being an accident will most likely will happen in the second race. So I like being in the first one, but it's a great way to get your
green flag is 7:21.
Getting on pit road. Think about a guy like Corey Heim right there. Going to go out and learn a whole lot tonight.
Yeah, or a guy like Daniel Suarez, new team, working with a new crew chief. Now,
I didn't realize Daniel Suarez still has the same sponsor and paint scheme, just like a different team.
Is coming up, but let's stay trackside for opening ceremonies.
Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as McDonald's High School Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome Advent Health Chaplain Eddie Goncalves.
Let us pray. Almighty God, creator of heavens and earth, thank you for the gift of life, and thank you for bringing us here safely tonight. Heavenly Father, I pray for the men and women in uniform, those serving our country with pride and honor. And now I pray for each driver and each team member. Protect each one of them. We pray these things in your holy name. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome Miss America, Cassie Donegan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
America. You'll say, but I realize I have a Dawsonville Pool Room shirt. If you look up Dawsonville Pool Room shirt, you'll find their official Facebook showing the White Elliott shirt. That's wild.
From the moment you took your first breath, you had something to prove. And boy, did you ever. Roads worn, clocks punched, sweat mopped, up and down, back and forth, over and over and over again. And when it was finally time to enjoy it all, COPD thought it could stop you. Well, COPD never met someone like you. You kept right on going. Breztri has 3 medicines and 1 inhaler with better breathing starting within 5 minutes and helps prevent flare-ups. Now that's a COPD maintenance treatment that works as hard as you do. Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take
Did we ever
Breztri
determine
unless
if that
Breztri may increase risk of thrust.
Did we ever determine if that Chase Briscoe picture of him being bald, did we ever determine if that was Photoshop or not?
Vision changes or eye pain occur.
Did we ever determine if that's real?
AstraZeneca may be able to help. Ready to take back your breath? Ask your doctor about Breztri.
1 year ago, Thursday night's Duels certainly did not disappoint. Look at that finish. Bubba Wallace, the winner in duel number 1, and this one was so close, we had to call it twice. With Austin Cindric winning his duel race. Eric Jones disappointed.
Oh, it is fake. That sucks.
Line, but that's the way it is. Here at Daytona,
that fucking sucks.
Thursday is always one of, if not the most exciting days of racing in any speed week. Welcome to the America 250 Florida Duel at Daytona.
We have rain issues Sunday since Fox Weather made a video. Yeah, I was looking at it though. Looks like it was actually kind of going down. The chances of rain. I wouldn't be too surprised to see something, but
whether they timed in or race in.
Like, I think we'll get the race in on Sunday.
Other than the pole sitter will line up Sunday based on how they finish this first duel race. On the inside.
A few showers developing later in the day. Chance of rain 30%.
Briscoe outside, and they will lead each dual race to the green flag tonight.
At night, though, there's a 70% chance of rain. So I could see them moving up the start time. Once
I
again.
would say none whatsoever. You're coming in as the 2-time defending champion of the Daytona 500. Sure, a three-peat would be unprecedented, but what a racing resume to bring here. Back-to-back wins for William Byron.
I've been monitoring it all week. Guess what? Chicken butt.
The win under caution, and here, coming to the flag, under green. 5 times a driver has won the Daytona 500 back-to-back. Jimmy Johnson is one of those. And he will start 15th in duel number 1. Now, Johnson is not a full-time NASCAR driver anymore. Heck, he's in the Hall of Fame. He retired once. But he's coming back to drive for his team, Legacy Motor Club, and drive in select races. So he's guaranteed into the 500. And won't be racing for a spot. Alex Bowman, boy, did he come close to that win with William Byron. It was going to be one or the other Hendrick drivers as they came to the flag. Turned out to be Byron, and Bowman was oh so close. Hey guys, welcome to the booth. Glad you could make it.
We were hustling.
A little late. Well, we've got quite an agenda here tonight.
2 GameStops are next to my local Walmart and Target shut down, so both of them are sending their inventory like one like 10 minutes from me. So I have a wall of retro game. Oh, that's cool.
Learn about your car and make sure you
I want to go to like a retro game store.
You can make for your team to make good
choices. I'm sure you could get like even a console at a retro game store. I feel like you could get for relatively cheap and then pick up some games. Walk out of there only spending like maybe $150 and.
These guys.
You know?
There's 3 guys in, and only one of them's going to the show. The rest of them, the other 2 go to the house. So that is a massive amount of pressure on these guys who've seen it. Do not beat yourself in this scenario. Don't go out and get caught speeding on pit road. It is simply not worth it. Be a part of that last lap. That's how you race your way in.
Did you ever really learn enough on Thursday night to be comfortable for Sunday?
Never, because the weather is always so different. And I think tonight it's very cool. It's very windy outside. You're probably going to race in the sun. And the
2 Nintendo 64s for $59.99. That's crazy.
You want to get the speed week started off right, and you want to learn as much as you can.
Or are you just happy to get through Thursday and be happy you're in the Daytona 500?
A lot of different agendas, but I want to get out there and listen to my spotter, get in sync, and get this thing to the front.
All right, enough preamble, enough pre-race. It's time to get this party started in Daytona. Thursday night, under the lights, 2 races to set the field for the 500. Coming up right now. Let's go trackside.
Daytona International Speedway. Here to fire engines for duel number 1. Please welcome Florida Department of Transportation Secretary Jared Perdue, joined by the United States Air Force Thunderbirds. Drivers, start your engines!
All right, the engines are fired. Did they actually give a command for the second race? I forgot. I don't remember.
Are you feeling racy tonight? All right, let's find out how they'll line up for Sunday's Daytona 500 on Fox. Glad to have you with us tonight on FS1.
You play by the rules. Then things happen. Prices keep climbing. Every month, a new expense. And the debt adds up. So how do you face it? It starts with a call, then a plan. At National Debt Relief, we'll negotiate with your creditors so you pay less than you owe. And just like that, you're back on track. When debt happens, we're here to help you take action. And this is where your new chapter begins. Call or visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance. The attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
My taxes pay for these roads.
Yep, each duel will be 60 laps at 150 miles.
Family. That's where Straight Talk Wireless comes in. Straight Talk's always been the
So
same
yeah,
price
300
since they started
miles of
back in
racing
2009.
tonight.
And they always offer free 5G phones for new and existing customers on America's most reliable 5G network.
This little teaser for Sunday.
Straightforward prices.
And no potholes. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises. Official partner of NASCAR.
Lily's Catering has a lot on their plate, but with Intuit QuickBooks, AI agents take stuff off it.
Hours log, chef. And payroll's ready too.
That's her secret sauce.
So good.
Outdo it with Intuit QuickBooks.
Thank you for a great season, football fans.
Are you Marsha?
I am. I am.
Thanks for meeting me here. Usually not an interweb dating guy. Barely ever use this phone computer. Unless it's to bundle my insurance with Liberty Bibbity.
Oh, same. I hate this thing, but it's true. You can save hundreds bundling with Bibbity.
Bibbity?
Bibbity?
Liberty.
Bibbity.
Are you hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some lasagna.
And some pinneroof.
Only pay for what you need.
The Sonic $6 All-American Smasher meal tops the burger food chain. Get it hand smashed and made to order, plus a side and medium drink for just $6. Great burger, even greater deal. Try the Sonic All-American Smasher meal for $6 today.
There's no bigger field in NASCAR than the Daytona 500. Meaning for every driver, the odds of winning it are longer than any contest on the calendar. And yet, they believe.
All right, boys. Got a great year ahead. Take it all in. Let's start off good. Let's do it in the 8.
See, come Sunday, in this cathedral of speed, anything is possible.
Happy birthday, Trevor Bates!
And success in the great American race starts with a great result tonight.
Green flag, green flag.
So in these duels, whether you're fighting for position on the grid or chasing another shot at the main event, cut it loose and keep the faith. Your dream weekend starts right now.
Welcome back to Daytona as the field rolls off for duel number 1 of 2. 250-mile races. The first will set the inside lane for the starting grid for
Two
Sunday.
150-mile races.
The outside lane ready to go. And time to visit with the driver who's in his 21st try to win the 500, but he's going to start it from the pole.
Let's dial up Kyle Busch. Hey, Kyle Busch, Kevin and the boys up in the Fox booth. You got a fast hot rod underneath you. I think as you look at everything tonight, there's a lot of risk with being in this race.
Don't even
and
talk to
taking
me.
a
Don't
chance
need
on the front
nothing.
row.
Just
But there's
drop to
also
the
some
back.
points up for grab if you win this race. What's
That
the
is
plan?
true. You do get points, but it's not worth it.
I think we're just going to kind of play that by ear. I don't think there really is a plan. So we obviously want to race a little bit.
Jalapeno lime. A jalapeno fucking nicotine pouch sounds disgusting. Or nicotine. Is it a pouch or is it like those little like? I don't even know. I've never actually done a nicotine pouch. I've been offered one and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Unique position up here because we've driven for that guy, Richard Childress before. What did he tell you to do? He sometimes gets a little nervous in these situations.
He left it to us. He said, I've done this too many times before, and I was wrong too many times before, so this is on you guys. I'll believe in your plan. So here we go. But, yeah, thanks to RC and everybody at RCR and ECR for building a really fast zone Chevrolet to put it on the pole. They should all be proud. We want to keep it that way and, start first on Sunday.
Well, congratulations. Do your thing, man. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a look at tonight's America 250 Florida Dual 1 starting grid. You met Kyle Busch from Las Vegas, who has his first Daytona 500 pole, and alongside last week's Clash winner from Connecticut, Ryan Preece. Chevy Ford.
So like I said, this race, this first race will set up the inside line, or honestly it doesn't matter really, because the leader gets to choose which lane they start in. So it could be the inside, could be the outside, but
himself into his first Daytona 500 last night. So what is his game plan?
This race is to determine the line behind the leader. And then the second race is to determine the line behind the second place starter, which is Chase Briscoe.
So new at all of it. They've got to get one solid pit stop. Make sure that this new pit crew is all firing together. Communication is good, so they are ready for the Great American Race. Mike.
Thanks, Jamie. Row number 3, Chris Buescher from Texas and Joey Logano from Connecticut. They're both in Fords, and they're both previous dual winners. Row 4, Austin Dillon, a dual winner in his Chevrolet from North Carolina, as is Corey LaJoie. That number 99 needs to race its way into the Daytona 500. He did so last year. Row 5, John Hunter Nemechek for Toyota from North Carolina. And Brad Keselowski from Michigan. Happy birthday, Brad. Turns 42.
Sam, do you think we have a broken car at the end winning like Eric Jones? That'd be funny.
Well, Mike, it was a very different-looking offseason for Brad Keselowski. Of course, broke his right femur in a ski trip injury earlier in December.
Ball Joey is scary. He can't hurt you. He's just happy birthday, Brad Keselowski.
To be in that number 6 car for this race at Daytona. Yesterday was about checking boxes. First time in the car.
Honestly, I love that font.
No issues with the leg tonight. Is also going to be about
I think they should just stick with that the whole year.
With the more foot movement,
I really don't see why not.
in the pack, lifting on and off the gas pedal, that things are all good for Brad as he tries to win his first Daytona 500 on Sunday.
Thanks, Regan. Ryan Blaney in a Ford, William Byron a Chevrolet. They're past dual winners in row 6. Row 7, Cole Custer and Cody Ware, both in Chevrolet as a switch for this year. Jimmy Johnson, 2-time dual winner, and Bubba Wallace, last year's winner. A.J. Allmendinger and Ross Chastain in Chevrolets. Shane
What's up, Cam? How's it
and
going?
Daniel Suarez in Chevys. Then 2 drivers trying to race their way in. Chandler Smith in a Ford and Casey Mears. Finally, Noah Gragson.
I think Kyle just don't fucking do anything, dude. Just drop to the back. Just once we get to the back stretch and it's safe to do so, just drop to the back of the field, lose the draft.
Well, Mike, the last few years at the high-speed racetracks with this Gen 7 car, where the car would spin, it would get up in the air and get upside down.
This is literally meaningless.
Items to keep these cars on the ground at these high-speed tracks when they spin. Let's take a look at a couple.
But you do get the points for the top 10.
This is right here at Daytona, summer of 2023. Ryan Preece barrel rolling down the backstretch. The good thing is he raced the next week. This was a high-speed racetrack at Michigan back in 2024.
Yeah, see, like, that's something we don't want to happen.
Now,
So,
let's go to our Toyota Camry cutaway car and look at some of the safety features that NASCAR continues to add to keep these cars on the ground. It starts with the roof flaps. When the car spins, the air pressure changes, the roof flaps deploy. The right side roof flap with that green cable, it releases the rear diffuser flap underneath the rear of the car. Full time in 2026 at all racetracks, we're going to run 8-post flaps. They're controlled by the roof flaps with those yellow cables. And what happens when the car spins, the pressure changes across those
digging the new
8-post
Fox
flaps, and
graphics.
they deploy like the roof flap. You
Yeah,
see
they're
that
alright.
right there? That's what those cables actually unlatch. Again, all of these
I never really
things
cared
together,
about the graphics as long as they do the job.
especially
As long as they show me what I need to know.
continues to reduce the liftoff
You know?
probability of these race cars, Kevin and Clint.
Well, it's just a constant evolution of everything that NASCAR has done, and to add that flap on the A-post is a result of some of these wrecks. But NASCAR
Alright,
constantly
getting ready to go.
updates these things to keep them as safe as possible.
And it's minimized a lot of them. We've seen a couple of them, but it sure does help.
There's the Toyota Camry XSE that leaves the field here.
2026
On the roof.
is here. We're getting ready to go racing.
And we are going green this
The first time
A lot of pressure on
at
these guys
a
and a lot of
real
anxiety.
racetrack.
That's one of the hardest things to do for the crew members, the drivers. Everybody is ready to race, and sometimes that leads to good results. Sometimes we see some mistakes early in these races. Got to take a deep breath.
These guys are professionals and are going to show this. It usually catches me off guard every year how fast they adapt and how quickly they start moving to the front.
They start double wide.
All right.
We'll see them 3, maybe even 4 wide as this race unfolds.
Here we go.
There'll be at least one pit stop to get through.
Green flags in the air. We are racing in the Daytona Duels. Daytona Duels are underway.
Green flag and Duel 1 is underway.
And you see right off the bat, Chris Buescher up behind Joey Logano to get himself in a position. We talk about the RFK cars. We talk about Joey Logano and the Fords. It's going to be interesting to see what the plan is.
All right, just drop to the back. No point
Every
in
one of these manufacturers is going to have
no
some
point in
sort of a
doing
plan.
this.
You see Corey Heim up there. He's not somebody that they're used to racing with up in the front of these packs. So a lot of things to be learned on a whole bunch of levels.
Ryan Preece on the inside. Taking him off turn number 4, but Bowman comes up right behind Kyle Busch to the line, and Preece will lead lap 1. He led the last lap at the season exhibition race at Bowman Gray Stadium.
I'm glad you brought up Hine too, Kevin. Those guys don't know him either. They want to learn that trust, and he needs to earn that trust, and this is a good opportunity to do just that.
Well, he doesn't know either, right? We talked about how fast his car is, and he wants to get in there and mix it up because he knows this is a great opportunity for him to learn at the front of this field. So really, a lot of lessons will start to unfold as we get closer and closer to the end of this race, but you got to try to keep yourself positioned up at the front of this pack to have a chance to win.
Heim will run his first of 12 Cup races this year on Sunday in the 500. He is the reigning Truck Series champion, but without a full-time ride in any of NASCAR's 3 National Series this year. Preece on the inside, Busch on the outside, Preece in purple, Busch in green. Heim on the inside of row 2 with Bowman. Everybody pretty much marking time right now, right in the positions where they started. Noah Gragson started last, trying to avenge a mistake he made last night in qualifying.
Sounds like there's
when he
some violence
failed to,
going on upstairs.
Keep his eyes on the road and his hands on the wheel.
The
as
dogs
the
are
Doors
barking.
sang back in 1970, and got penalized for it. So he had to start last. He'll find his way up at least to mid-pack, maybe more in that number 4.
Well, that's just the long list of things that the driver is responsible for to make sure that you check all the boxes. And really, speedway racing is about checking all the boxes. As you see, Ryan Preece changed lanes right there to get in front of that top line. So there's obviously a reason that Ryan would change lanes like that, and I would say that one of the reasons is the number of Fords in that outside lane.
Yes, sir.
He knows his best opportunity is to keep himself positioned because Kyle Busch isn't going to want to pull out and pass because he knows that Joey Logano is back there. So that there's definitely a lot of strategy that goes into these races to try to put yourself in the right position.
A lot of experience.
So Corey Heim is taking the lead.
As well. Got that rookie on the bottom pushing right off the bat.
Well, how about Austin Dillon pulling his way up into second place in that Richard Childress number 3? I know that paint job, Kevin, as he takes the lead, looks pretty familiar to you.
Here's Austin Dillon
About
to the lead.
to 2006,
My Daytona
that was the
500
paint
win
scheme I ran on
pick,
my
Austin
junior
Dillon,
career.
yes.
So cool to see that back on the
He is
track.
who I have
And
winning the
it's
Daytona
really cool to
500.
see
I think he will
Get
win.
out front.
All right, let's listen in on Austin Dillon's radio channel here.
1250, push him now, 1222. Rest with us. Now there's 4 on the bottom, all 4's behind the 42.
John Hunter Nemechek to the front, and the Fords lining up behind him, 2 of them anyway.
Said it right there. I watched Logano move down on the bumper. They kind of got stacked up getting into one with Heim on that outside. Logano pulled right down there to the bumper of his teammate Blaney. Keep an eye on those 2 cars.
Now, you might think the 41 would be with them because Cole Custer was in a Ford last year. That team has now switched to Chevrolet for Haas Factory Racing. So on the inside, Toyota, Ford, Chevy.
Now, this is where I'm interested to keep an eye on Kyle Busch, your pole sitter, if that thing doesn't get tore up tonight, Kevin.
Well, he's got himself shuffled back there to 7th or 8th place, and now this is when it gets exactly what he talked about in our pre-race interview. I don't want to be 3 wide, so right now as he's starting to shuffle,
I kind of do
his
too
way
a little bit.
to the back of the field, that's when the
2015
anxiety
vibes.
starts to go up for our Daytona 500 pole sitter.
I want to
I
get
mean,
to
it's
the
not-
bottom right there and probably get myself.
It's obviously 2 very different schemes, but the bright green is
Still
just
getting a good feel for his car and dirty air and things like that. He wanted to hear that, check that box, and that's
beautiful.
Now look at that 99 Corey LaJoie, just ahead of Brad Keselowski. He has teammates in this race, and he is bracketed by them right now. Chris Buescher in front, 17, and then Brad Keselowski in the 6th right behind. So he's in a great place. He's in the rocking chair, and if he
What do you mean
ride between
disrespect
those
the
2
crispy
other
M&M scheme?
RFK Fords, he'll be in the 500 Regan.
No, his best paint scheme ever was that 2018 throwback scheme that he had at Darlington, the Skittles one. That was his best paint scheme ever.
Attack is to get all 4 Roush Fenway Keselowski Fords lined up in the front of the pack.
And honestly,
control the race.
he doesn't get a lot of love because he sucked in this paint scheme, but I think the fudge brownie one is better than the crispy M&M's one. The crispy M&M's one is a beautiful scheme, though.
Numbers like that in the field, you can be very aggressive with those types of plans because the energy of the pack is not as great as it will be on Sunday. It's harder to make passes, but when you have the confidence in knowing that your teammates are behind you and you're going to make a move and you're planning your strategy, all those things make it easier when you know you have the numbers.
I'm going to give a tip of the cap to the other RCR car. Obviously, we saw the 8 car, Kyle Busch, on the pole, but how about his teammate in his 3 car leading the charge? Brought some steam down here this year, didn't they, Kev?
Well, we always know that RCR puts a lot of emphasis on these super speedway races, but some years it's better than others. We see the speed out of Kyle Busch's car on the pole. Austin Dillon was no slouch, qualified right up there in 7th. So now you're seeing that car be able to lead the pack, and that's what you want to do. And I know this, you can go and move from the front to the back, but in the end, you still want to try to have the best track position that you can so that you can control the race.
If I'm selling cars, I want to sell that car right there you see on the inside. John Hunter Nemechek, lone wolf right now, the only Toyota in the pack up front with these Fords.
Yeah, Kyle's dropped back to 10th.
You had a good
I
stat
don't.
on that, Mike, yesterday.
Just drop all the way back, bro. It's not worth it. It's really not. Who cares about those few? I mean, yeah, every point matters, but like,
Of all the drivers in this field that have started, 3 or more Daytona 500s?
it ain't worth it.
Former 500 winner Austin Dillon in the number 3 leads Ryan.
Yeah,
Preece,
Casey
Chris
Mears is
Buescher,
racing.
and John Hunter Nemechek.
Meet IndyCar champ Joseph Newgarden.
Might not make the race though.
His neighbors would say he's perfect. Perfect life.
Why is the
Perfect
laps to
hair,
go so small?
perfect
On
abs,
here or on the TV?
but killers.
Oh, we got a full screen green flag commercial. Who fucking...
See,
Who doesn't love that?
Man's heart out on live TV. His pulse never got above 85. So if you ever do meet Joseph Newgarden, pray to God you meet him here and not here. You want to catch Joseph Newgarden? Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.
On Fox.
He will never acknowledge me.
Yeah, it is kind of small.
Abigail, he is an abomination and no son of mine. Hell is empty. All the devil's in here.
Ally helps millions spend smarter and save more for the things that matter most to them. That's why we're the bank that's your ally.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. To avoid going in circles, make note of recognizable landmarks, like that.
What's wrong with going in circles?
Different circles, Ross.
Okay.
Head for the mountains.
The 2026 NASCAR Cup season is right around the corner, and that means your favorite fantasy games are back and better than ever. In Fantasy Live, set your lineup and garage driver each week, earn fan rewards points, climb the leaderboard, and compete for a $25,000 grand prize. Or try 36 for 36, a Survivor-style game where you can create or join leagues to compete against your friends. Sign up for free at NASCAR.com or the NASCAR app to join the action and make every lap mean more.
Welcome back to the America 250 Florida Duel at Daytona. Here's your aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. Tried, tested, proven, legendary. Goodyear blimp will be here on Sunday. Well, the fast lane is the Ford lane, and it's on the bottom. Ryan Preece brought that group of Ford. 7 of the 8 cars on the bottom. Everybody but John Hunter Nemechek is in a Mustang.
Yeah, the fucking to-go thing is very small.
Let's show you
I
how
hope they
big
make
the
that
change.
bigger before Sunday. I mean, because I can see it fine, but I know that... Actually, Dom will probably be able to see it, but Nick will be sitting right there. He might have a hard time seeing the laps to go thing.
And they have absolutely done that. And the only guy that's in that train that Ford train right there on the bottom of the racetrack is John Hunter Nemechek. And right now
Jesus
he knows
Christ.
that he's at the mercy of
I
everybody.
didn't know Ryan Newman had that
But
car.
he doesn't want to move. He knows that he's in a spot that is in contention at the front of the racetrack. He just knows that he's at the mercy of what they decide to do.
We also know that the strength, obviously, is in the numbers, goes to the Chevrolets right here. We just need to find each other and work together, and you start seeing that formation on this outside. Let's see if they can make some hay and run
You
it
need to
down.
go get your glasses.
Every position gained at the finish.
Bro wears
starts you one
glasses.
row closer to the front in the
Bro.
Daytona 500 and
Bro
gets
wears
you
fucking
a
glasses,
pit
bro.
Position 2 cars earlier
Bro.
than the position you were running in.
And it all matters. You want to have the best of everything. If you're not torn up and you think...
You know, I
the car's
technically am
decent,
supposed to
you
wear
wanna be
glasses,
greedy
so...
at this point, because that's what you're here to do. You're here to win the race on Sunday.
I shouldn't be
so
saying shit.
Take every spot that you can get, and it all starts every single lap that we click off by putting yourself in a spot that is better than what it was the lap before and trying to be in contention to win at the end.
Now your open teams trying to race their way in. Corey LaJoie in 3rd in that Ford draft. Chandler Smith back in 14th. Casey Mears 16th.
Oh, I would not be cool with
Mears trying to
contacts.
make it to
I would not be cool with contacts.
starts in
That would be
NASCAR's top 3 series.
too much for
And
me.
He's just a handful away, but got a tall order ahead of him tonight. Mears in the 66. Chandler Smith out of the Truck Series in the 36, just ahead of him. But a ways to go to catch up to Corey LaJoie, and you'll see their names in yellow on our scoring pylon to help keep track of them.
Yeah, and we know that the speed of those two cars isn't what the other cars are around them. And I think when you're racing defensively on a super speedway race, you want to try to put as many cars behind you as possible to create a buffer. You don't want to be the last car in line because it's really easy to lose the draft. So keep yourself in the middle of that pack and just let things play out and cycle out, and hopefully you can stay in that mix when you know you don't have the speed.
There's your Celsius camera on board A.J. Allmendinger. Started 17th, running 13th. 12th, that is.
Leave some room for that 8 if you want.
You can definitely see the speed lost through the corner of Casey Mears' car, but look at him pulling back down on those cars. They started to check up with AJ, he pulled right back on him. You just have to stay in that draft, Kevin, just like you talked about. And then at the end of this race, when them in front of you,
I do have glasses.
that really punches a huge
I don't know where
hole
they
in
are.
Then your pace will pick up. That's your opportunity.
But
be patient.
yeah, I wore glasses back
Do
in.
not lose the draft.
Well, we see those.
I think it was 7th. No, it was 8th grade. 8th grade, yeah.
Outside lane, and you see Kyle Busch right behind him right there, and they know that they're outnumbered.
And just
they're gonna have to
every single time that like even the smallest, tiniest speck of anything would get on the lens, it would just bother the hell out of me. And I just decided because I would be able to see a little bit better with it. But it was just not worth the trade-off. I was like, I'll take the little bit least. I'll take the lesser vision to not have to deal with this bullshit.
The 12 car looked a little light on its feet, got loose, and then right as he did, the 22 got on his left bumper right there. Boy, you heard him clear up out of the gas. That was a close one. So
yeah, and I think
Ryan Preece is leading right now.
Caught him. It makes it seem like Ryan might have just breathed out the throttle a little bit right there to check up because
he's led 11 laps.
Really quick right there.
Hey, Kyle didn't even lead a lap.
That could have been.
I thought he led the first lap.
Right in the lap of Kyle Busch too.
Larry Mack, let's talk a little about positioning. If you're in the middle of this pack, you may not be burning as much fuel as the cars right up front, but can you save enough to make a meaningful difference on your one fuel stop for gas only?
Well, and we call it fuel saving, Mike, and yes, that's what it is, but it's not to be able to go a longer distance. It's about shortening up that pit stop. We ran some numbers earlier this week, and if you're running 90 to 100% throttle, that's about 5 to 5 miles per gallon. If you're doing about 50 to 60%, that increases to almost 7 miles per gallon. That means you can run about 8 to 10 more laps than anybody else. But the biggest thing, it's going to shorten your pit stop up by over 2 seconds. That's what you do. You're saving fuel, but it's to shorten the stop up.
And if that stop happens under green, that is a huge savings. Ryan Preece has led 13 of 16 laps in duel number 1. From Chris Buescher, Corey LaJoie, Brad Keselowski, and John Hunter Nemechek.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya, with rapid relief at 4 weeks. Many people experienced remission at 1 and even 2 years. Some saw 100% visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Tremfya now offers self-administration from the start. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3 box has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Where'd that come from?
Arby's, we have the meat.
How's my little champ doing?
Why are we doing full screen green flag commercials?
NyQuil Hot Remedy soothes your cold symptoms to sleep.
You pieces of
NyQuil
shit.
Hot Remedy, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, best sleep with a cold medicine.
Welcome to Sunday at full throttle. Oranges don't whisper. They roar.
This is where you remember what it's like to feel something.
Are you really asking that about a Fox broadcast?
With your
It's just a broadcast in general. The only good broadcast is the fucking Prime one. We're the only ones who know how to do it right.
The United Football League is back.
Professional football in the spring. A game experience like no other.
Beautiful throw, right on the money.
Big energy, high-flying plays, innovative tech.
Wow!
This is just the beginning.
My goodness!
This is the United Football.
That'd be cool.
It all kicks off.
I hope Carl comes back. I feel like he will. He seemed to enjoy it, so.
Series are coming to Phoenix for a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget. Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
Tomorrow, right here on FS1, the world's fastest trucks take center stage. It's the NASCAR Truck Series from Daytona. Tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern on FS1. Join Jamie Little, Kevin Harvick, and Joey Logano for the call.
Why are they using this clip from like 3 years ago?
Always an exciting lid lifter to the season.
And it is a stacked field. We've got Tony Stewart in the field. We've got Ricky Stenhouse, Carson Hocevar, Cletus McFarland.
And all the Truck Series regulars.
And all the regulars. It's going to be a heck of a race.
And a new manufacturer, Ram.
Yeah, it's
I still get bad vibes from Cletus. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know what it is about Cletus. I have like a sense about some people, and he hits. There's something like a red alert going on in my head with Cletus. There's just something not right with that guy. He hasn't done anything, but just he gives me bad vibes.
In the pack, try to put themselves around the.
I also don't like how when he made his Greg Biffle tribute video, he left ads turned on for that.
So the position.
Do you get that feeling with Mr. Beast? Yeah.
Has kind of changed the complexion of what everybody else is thinking, and I think a lot of them are like, okay, we got to get to that point, and then it's really going to be when the race starts.
I also don't like how he went ahead and like announced Biffle's death before like the authorities did. You know.
1799 and 6. Everybody in line right now on the bottom. Yep, you just gotta tell me when to merge up so I know you're the fourth car in line. Yep, 10-4. It is 1799, 642, and then the 12 and 22. You guys are all clear. You guys are all clear.
And right now, what Ryan Preece is talking about is tell him when to merge up so that that fourth car in line can be the first one to block the lane that they want to be in. Well, guess what? There's two more Fords up in that lane up there in the top.
And they're coming.
Which is exactly the two that he was talking about moving up in front of. Now it's too late, to your point.
Blaney and Logano leading the top lane. Corey Heim, the rookie, right with them. Then Alex Bowman. Two Fords, a Toyota, and a Chevy on the top side. Fords on the bottom. Larry Mack, the fuel window's open. If they stop now, they could make it to the finish. But how long do you want to run before you think about coming in under green?
Yeah, Mike, I talked to a lot.
I'd cut it right in half.
Here today, and yeah, the fuel window is somewhere north of 40 laps, 40 to 45 laps, maybe even a little further. The bottom line is, though, you want to run just as far as you can. But if you can keep a group lined up, one reason you want to run as far as you can is others start to pit. If you're in a good line, you can really make some good lap time until you absolutely have to come to pit road.
Okay. It's been 102 days since those drivers or those crews went over the wall to service these cars, but don't worry, they're in tip-top shape.
And they need the reps just like the drivers do. The drivers spend a lot of time in the simulator. The crew guys spend a lot of time behind the shop or at the shop doing pit stop practice, training in the gym. So you need those live competition reps to really get the bugs worked out of everything.
"27 laps complete. Let's take a look at the Xfinity fastest lap so far. Ryan Preece, 190.69 miles per hour, 47.20 seconds. Brad Kay and Casey Mears. That would be a PR lap. Mears in the draft, trying to work his way toward the front and qualify for the 500. He's back at 21st. Jamie?
John Hunter Nemechek right now in 8th, but 3 laps earlier. What a day he has had. He flew with the Thunderbirds earlier today. When he got done with that, went over to the Craftsman Truck Series garage where he hopped aboard for practice. He's one of those in that stacked field for tomorrow night. Right now, just telling his team he's trying to go somewhere, but he just can't. He doesn't have many friends. There's only 3 other Toyotas in the field, so he's riding.
I noticed a big difference in his driving last year about Sonoma time. And I talked to Jimmy Johnson, his car owner, and I said, what has been the difference? Because his finishing rate's improving, his running position's improving. What did you do? He said, we kind of slowed him down. We asked him to be not quite so aggressive, to take his time, think it through, plan those moves, and it's paid off. Battling here for 5th place as Ryan Preece leads duel number 1 after 28 laps.
All right, Big Me, this is where the dream begins. Quick catch, remember me?
My younger self?
Yep, I'm the you who never gave up.
We got this.
If we
I fucking hate this commercial.
we'll go further than we ever thought we could.
I'm a Denny's Super Slam. Hot stuff coming through. Okay, y'all can chill now. With our new Slammin' Meal Deals, you can feed everyone and still get dessert. If you've got room. Good luck. Denny's new Slammin' Meal Deals starting at $5.99.
If the Colonel saw the price of a lunch today, he'd have some choice words. But with KFC's $5
Puka
bonus pack
Nakua.
with all this
I like
crispy
Puka.
chicken, he wouldn't have any
I
words
hate
at
the
all,
fucking
because his
annoying
mouth
ass
would be filled with
little
gravy
kid
and
voices
gravy.
on that
Buy
commercial.
KFC bowls for just $5 each.
Tom Izzo's 10th ranked Michigan State squad take on Wisconsin. Fox College Hoops Friday tips off at 8 Eastern.
Dear Winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles.
There's no way that's his real name, though, right? Puka? That's not his real actual name, right?
Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota. Get President's Day
Makia.
savings all month long.
There you go.
Lease Tacoma for $279 a month, or get 2.99% APR for 72 months on Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
No, his name is Makia.
Trucks, SUVs, winter savings, everything. It's all here at Verdict.
When I went to Charlotte and Dover, I got to walk up the banking. No, I did not go on any. The only racetrack I've ever actually stepped foot on, well, there's two. I went on Hickory Motor Speedway, but that's on a NASCAR track. And then I went on Pit Road at Watkins Glen. That's the only time I've ever been on a racetrack.
Welcome back to the America 250 Florida Duel at Daytona. Race number 1, Ryan Preece has now been out in front for 26 laps of the 32.
I did one time though. I went in it was like a little Toyota thing that they had on it was kind of like on like a tilting lift sort of thing that you would go in the car and it would try to like simulate the banking. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, while everybody else is being patient, trying to take care of their car to get to this pit stop, he's made up some track position to try to put himself up further towards the front of the pack while everybody's not being so aggressive. And he knows that Corey LaJoie is surrounded by his teammates and needs to be somewhere right around him to have a chance.
On the outside, 2 Fords and a Chevrolet. Blaney, Logano, Bowman, all potential.
You walked in the front stretch of Dover. It was steep. Yeah.
Byron has joined that group.
And those guys on the outside are working really hard. Joey Logano has been pushing the heck out of that 12 car.
I remember when I went to Dover, when I walked like from under the grandstands right out to like pretty much like the front row, you couldn't even see the racetrack. You would just see pit road across from you. That's how steep the banking was. Like you couldn't even like really see the actual track from the vantage point that I was at. And like when you're walking in the corners, like because I took a walk during the race at Dover. So like you wouldn't be able to like see the track in the corners at all. You would just hear the cars go by you, like when you're right on the ground.
Good, but typically when you start pushing like this and you see Logano is doing his job, You just don't want to have space in between those cars. You want to have that space as limited as possible through the corners. And as soon as you exit that corner, right back to the bumper on the car in front of you to maximize that push down the straightaway. You don't want to put them.
I mean, I only sat in like row 3 or 4 when I went to Dover. I was able to see pretty well. Part of the backstretch though was like a little covered.
4 RFK Fords lined up out front. Here it is. Watch Ryan Blaney as you're riding along inside that car. Front 22 gets to him. He'll hear that spotter tell him, here he comes, big push, and he gets pretty nervous. His eyes get a little bigger.
Well, and Kyle Busch, you see our pole sitter, the Daytona 500 right there in the.
Because they also have that like lifted. It's almost like a lifted infield at Dover too.
Because he knows those RFK team cars.
Like the infield like isn't level with the track.
So when you have somebody that's lined up and see him coming,
like you can see it on the backstretch. Like you see like the cars that are like in the infield. They're almost on like a lifted. Like it's not level.
Unexpected if you're Blaney. Thinking, yeah, me and my teammate are doing just fine out here on the outside. Oh, what's he doing? Now I got to push him past the other Fords. I'm in trouble.
Well, let's not forget about that Chevrolet body change and the different shapes of those front and back bumpers.
I will not be going to Dover this year because I do not care about the All-Star race. I think it's fucking stupid that it's even there. I'm kind of an asshole. I think that the All-Star race should just go away entirely. I don't think we need it anymore.
So he's going to take this opportunity, give him a little bump here, give him a little bump there, and eventually that becomes more and more aggressive as you get more comfortable.
Or get a gap, right? What you see here, and as my teammate, comes to my bumper, push me on by him and make a move, but I don't think that'll happen because there's only 2 of those.
Imagine the Sonoma All-Star race.
Now Bubba Wallace, even behind Logano, may or may not go with him. So kind of put yourself in a situation where we're just going to ride right here. Won't be long until we're talking about pits. That's when I start thinking about Chandler Smith. I heard you talk about that, Mike. I like where he's out on the bottom. I like that he's got cars both in front of him and behind him. Just make sure that you do not slide the tires and do the things that you need to do. Get some temperature in those brakes and make sure that you do not speed on pit road.
Now, what we are used to seeing when we have green flag pit stops in the dual race is the manufacturers will want to pit each of their cars to...
See, I thought they were going to kind of split this in half, go 30 and 30. But we're already on lap 38. Nobody's pitted yet. I think they're about to. It looks like they're getting ready in formation to get ready to come to pit road.
Open throttle reflects it. Those Fords at the front, they are wide open all the way around this racetrack right now.
I just saw Logano try to make his move to the bottom, and he was trying to let Blaney in, but Blaney didn't go.
Well, the whole complexion of this race just changed when Larry said that they picked up that lap time. The whole pack closed up. They went 3 wide. The lap times picked up, and now we know that the business is for real. Trying to get yourself positioned to be further forward for this pit stop, and the games are over.
Blaney's the one that missed the train.
Chandler Smith on the inside of Blaney now.
So nobody pitted that time by.
Yet as to which manufacturer will try to pit their cars first.
What if everybody just pit at once?
One of those go or go home cars moving to the bottom.
Like some NASCAR heat shit.
Try to catch up to those cars, get as many behind you as you possibly can.
We saw in practice there was very few cars, maybe half the field that practiced getting on the pit road. We saw a couple cars not practice. We saw a couple cars going slow around the apron of the racetrack, trying to take care of the bottom of the race car. But my point is, we're gonna have to make a green flag pit stop. It looks like right here, and we're gonna have to get all that we can.
So nobody went that time by either.
Not sliding the tires like Clint talked about. Not speeding down pit road, but we haven't done it yet. And this is going to be that first live rep under competition to getting on pit road and doing all those things.
Cars to the outside. Logano jumps out. Kyle
I don't like that move there, Kyle. Remember what we talked about. Don't do anything dumb.
Space for the front 5.
It sure did. I don't know if that was Logano coming back to help Blaney. Blaney was that odd man out of the Ford camp getting down to the bottom. In fact, they're going to run another lap.
40 complete this time by 20 to go.
Oh, can you guys believe this shit? Dom said that he doesn't like Ryan Blaney's mustache. That is fucked up.
And Nemechek will likely come right with them. Why not?
Well, yeah, and sometimes from the driver's seat, they want to be very secretive with their plans, and you don't really know what the plan is. And there are a lot of times when you're in this position, and it might be the plan for the Toyotas that we're going to pit on this lap, but you know when you're with all those cars, I'm thinking as the driver, I'm just going to pit with these guys because this is where I want to be running.
Go to the whip, baby. Look at these two Penske cars on the outside, driving to the front. Big push out of Blaney in the 22.
So we're hearing on the in-car radios, because of fuel saving earlier, they should be able to go to lap 44, maybe even 45 before they have to stop.
I am so impressed with Ryan Preece. Tell me Mo doesn't show up in this.
Don was like the 1897 railroad conductor look. No, he does not.
When you have the momentum on your side, it seems like the luck is on your side. You wind up with the right race cars underneath you, and it all just starts to line up. And those are the times when you got to capitalize on things. And right now, Ryan Preece, he's had a great week, winning in his modified.
Hey, what are you doing, Joey?
The Clash last week, leading the qualifying race, got some speed in that car.
We see a lot of trouble coming on pit road trying to sort it out on these green flag stops, if there is one. And that's where I am a little bit concerned if I'm the 8 car and company with Kyle Busch and RCR Racing. I do not want to be any part of a situation where I'm 2-3 wide and somebody gets turned around coming to pit road and knocks the fenders off this thing and I don't get to start on the front row.
Well, if you're not on the same lap plan with them either, you don't want to run them over.
That's what I'm talking about, and it happens all the time.
But you also want to lose as little time as possible because that's where you can gain or lose a lot of time is that shuffle getting on the pit road where you have to check up because of the fact that they're coming to pit road, or you have to change lanes and all of a sudden you're out there by yourself. So a lot of time to be gained and lost in positioning getting to pit road.
Well, I would start sorting your ducks in a row right now. I think we're going to see some action here in the pit lane, and I think everybody's going to wait and see what the lead pack does first.
And that Logano and Blaney pulling down there. Going to be one more lap, Mike.
Yep. That'll be 44.
Yep.
And there you go.
I'd say they're going to go ahead and pit next time. Bye, Kev.
I'm super surprised that they said that on the radio that early. And I think a lot of times, sometimes you get too cute and try to overthink this whole scenario and you screw yourself up. So you might as well just get to pit road. But we're going to see all this play out now with the different strategies and what everybody is thinking.
This is a lot harder than it looks coming on a pit road. You are flat carrying the mail off of turn 4, and all of a sudden the depth is hard. That line is your depth meter, and it's really hard to judge the distance and how hard you can charge into the pit road.
All right, if you're Nemechek and Busch, 5th and 6th, do you pit with these Fords or do you wait and pit with the Chevrolets?
Wait a minute.
Or Toyotas?
I don't know who said pit this time, but he was lying. You were right, Kevin.
Well, you just, the games that are played up on top of that spotter's booth and over the radio. And,
Fake out.
Like
Nobody pitted. That's weird.
That gap that it created. And I think some of that is probably John Hunter Nemechek said, thinking
playing games, mind games.
Keep myself back a little bit because when those guys slow down, I need to give them time to get below the yellow line so I don't have to check up.
You see these hands right here? Look for those hands coming out. That tells me we are definitely coming this time by.
And you see that spacing that everybody has right there, and that's purely to try to get a reference to be able to not run the guy over.
All right, here they come.
All the Fords
coming around. Goes someone. Gregson, who's that?
Could be a caution right here.
66.
Let's see if they get away. Nobody behind them on the racetrack.
Still green.
Time for them to get clear. And
still green.
Stay green.
I don't know.
Doesn't look the best.
Cole Custer is the leader from Bowman.
Who the fuck is the 66?
They're stuck down here.
Yeah, they're stuck. That's caution.
There it is.
Oh, that's Casey Mears.
What that does is it allows the guys that are on pit road to be guaranteed that they're going to be.
Oh, there's a caution.
You see.
So it was a 36-minute, 27-second green flag run to start this race. That was most of the race.
The cars all the time and being able to get to pit road and just got in there with.
Has it been raining? Like.
He's got at least a flat right front, trying to spin that thing out of the grass. And we are under caution. Noah Gregson made it to pit road, did not stop in his pit, and drove through so he could stay.
Well, that'll be it for Casey Mears making the Daytona 500.
Tough break for Gregson, but kind of self-inflicted. Goes back to that problem last night.
There's the race
right now, Corey LaJoie is in the position to advance to the 500.
Yeah, Busher.
Chandler Smith is in 20th right now. LaJoie's in 16th.
They won't be the leaders right now. But when the other cars pit under caution, they will cycle to the front.
Casey Mears burning it down for the second time in the NASCAR Cup Series. Honestly, did he burn it down when he won his first race? Because that was a fuel mileage win. He might not have had enough fuel.
Just guaranteed themselves that they're going to be in this order and the leader of the pack.
Regan, what happened on Ryan Preece's stop?
Well, guys, just to update, the stop was good. It was clean. It's exactly what
He might not have even burned it down that time.
He needed 4 seconds of fuel. I believe that was a little bit more than some of the other cars needed. And we're talking half to tenths of seconds. That's all it takes to lose those positions right there.
Well, sure, he ran 38 laps in front of the field, so he is going to burn more fuel than anybody else. Let's watch coming to pit road.
Keep it on, Mears, right back here.
Casey Mears, Noah Gregson.
Yeah, just got in there too hot, locked the brakes up, tried to avoid the 4 car, lost control of the back, and that's where the contact came from. But that's purely just from the inexperience of doing this every week.
There you see the race off. Preece was way late leaving the box.
Through nobody's fault.
If Casey Mears manages to win another race, I will eat my own foot at the New Hampshire Cup race. Dude, I'm gonna fucking create a superpower where I can stop time. I'm gonna stop time. The next race that Casey Mears is in, I'm gonna stab everybody's tires out, except for Casey Mears. So everybody blows a tire and crashes, except for Casey Mears, and then I'll resume time. So that Casey Mears will be the only driver left in the race, and then he'll win. And then you'll have no more foot. Which foot? Which foot would you eat?
Old Sir Kyle Busch.
Yeah, put tires on Heim in there, the rookie. Probably a good move, Kev. Or maybe he slid a tire.
Under caution for the first time, Casey Mears into Noah Gregson.
He'll still manage to finish 7 laps down.
COPD is an ugly reality. I watch as this world just keeps getting smaller. But then, Trelegy helped us see things a little differently. With 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps airways open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups. Once daily Trelegy also improves lung function, so he can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful all day and night.
Race you. Race you on dirt, sand, snow. Race you through this, over that, all day, all night. Race you on 4 wheels, 1 wheel. How about no wheels? Race you with the world watching. This guy watching. Race you to the summit. Maybe not that summit. To sub 7. Any event, any terrain, any time. Race you.
The Sonic $6 All-American Smasher meal tops the burger food chain. Get it hand smashed and made to order, plus a side and medium drink for just $6. Great burger, even greater deal. Try the Sonic All-American Smasher meal for $6 today.
This President's Day, you can wait for a sale price. Or you can get the best price every day at Bob's.
And more of what you love.
More storage and more power.
More comfort and more choices.
Even more years on that precious mattress warranty.
All for hundreds less than the competition.
Side effects may include internal bleeding, heart attacks, diabetes, stroke, and death.
It's the obvious
Yeah, it's like, why would you want me to try that?
The better choice, there's only one thing to say. Oh my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. Head for the mountains.
Saturday, the ACC and Big Ten collide in prime time for the inaugural Nashville Hoop Showdown. Number 15 Virginia takes on Ohio State. Saturday, 8 Eastern on Fox. The duel at Daytona under caution with 12 laps to go. Now this is interesting. Casey Mears' car is stuck in the mud. You'd normally have to get a wreck or a rollback, but not anymore. Watch this. Up we go.
What the fuck?
That's cool. First time I've seen that.
Yeah,
The fuck was that?
Baja kit.
Yes.
Well, we had so many problems with cautions coming
The
out.
fuck did they just
Cars getting
do?
Stuck on the racetrack, so
They just
NASCAR,
did some magical
everybody
power
created
shit to that car.
Get them off the ground and get them back to the pits.
The fuck?
12 to go right here. Coming to the green, fellas.
Bubba Wallace, last year's winner of this race.
I don't like
in
that.
12th place right now.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's just weird.
We saw take tires was Corey Heim, the 67.
Look at this.
Or
All right.
6-7, Kevin, if you will.
6-7 Kevin. that
Green
right.
flag.
Here we go.
Teammates on the inside, teammates on the outside.
Well, it's serious now. We're going to see what everybody has. We're going to see pushing. We're going to be seeing everybody push and shove as hard as they can. We see all those Fords stacked up at the front, those guys that were able to pit and get that caution to come out.
Well, right now, I might give you the front row and let you take the field because Chris Buescher and Joe.
What even is that, Jaden?
Those names were on pretty much everybody's lips looking at favorites for this one.
Well, you see right there, Chandler Smith, he's being aggressive going to the middle of the pack. Gets to the inside of...
Things are getting squirrely here.
Gets to the inside of Ryan Preece right there.
And he can see Corey LaJoy just ahead and to his left, and that's who he's racing.
That's exactly
to make the
right.
500.
Door to door. Who wants it?
Yeah, and right there, all those alliances with your manufacturer. Chandler Smith doing what he had to do. Put Ryan Preece in a really bad spot and send him to the back of the pack, one of our best cars in the field.
That's that lesson learned that you need to get out of the way right here early. Don't make that mistake in the closing laps 10 to go in the 500. You won't be able to get back up there. Big time pushes.
And just for everybody at home that doesn't know, the open cars
The
in
fuck?
this field are running.
We've had that for a
right
year and a
here.
half.
Joy and Chandler Smith. So there's a race.
I've never
within
heard of
this
that.
Race. You've got the guys that are going to lead the pack to win, and you got one car that is going to.
Logano's in the lead right now.
Yeah, it's the third car in both
My pick to win the first duel is Ryan Blaney. He's running second.
blue car on the outside.
Got Buescher on the inside now going for second.
Only one of them will race here on Sunday.
A lot closer than both of those guys wanted it to be on either scenario.
Guys, they're bending the floor pan now, baby. 46.33. Everybody just ran the fastest lap of the race right there.
Well, you can throw all the fuel miles, all that stuff out the window. Let's see what we got.
Oof.
Ooh, big push. Got really close to that outside.
Kyle, just drop back. It's not worth it. I don't like the looks of this.
Racing, but we've also learned and
It's not
watched
worth
him through
those
the
points.
years
Joy got loose off of 4.
Not be scared to push as hard as he can, and he pushed Chris Buescher all the way down into turn 3 really aggressively, and that car was really out of control. Joey Logano in control of this race right now.
Logano looking for his fourth dual win, tries to come down and could not clear the 17 of Buescher.
Not necessarily the best scenario for the RFK cars. You would really want LaJoy in front of to control your destiny a little bit more, but that's not going to be the case right here.
And I promise you right now, they may have talked that before the race, but right now it's about winning this race and what you need to do for your car.
Well, it certainly is for those two on that outside.
Watching back for the Hunt Brothers Pizza Cam on Joey Logano's car. And his Penske teammate, Ryan Blaney. Chandler
Yep,
Smith
Kyle, drop it back.
now up in
Good
the
plan.
transfer spot.
Good plan.
Yeah, you see Kyle Busch right there. He said, I've had enough. This is too aggressive for me. I don't know that I
Good
have
idea.
the car to be able to win this race. Drops
Smartest
back
thing he
to
could have done.
The pole sitter for the Daytona 500 with the same car and protecting it right now.
Smart move.
Chandler Smith in third. How about that?
Chandler Smith
Now as a car
in
runner,
third
Keselowski
or fourth.
and
No, he's
that
in
6
third.
car is trying to figure out
He's
how
the
am I
transfer
gonna
spot
help
right now.
my other car, Corey LaJoy, behind me in my rearview mirror.
Well, I think right there, that's what you see out of Chris Buescher is trying to put.
Oh shit!
There it is. That's how you help them.
Oh shit!
To pass that guy, and that's
Damn.
exactly who they're racing. Chandler
How did
Smith.
they save that?
Traded a lot of paint. That was very aggressive on Keselowski's part.
And that all started with Buescher, though. They put him in a bad spot by putting him on the outside, and he went to block, and Keselowski filled the hole.
And who capitalizes? Austin Dillon in the Chevrolet.
Did he go below the yellow line, or was he forced below the line? Is that going to be a penalty, or will they look at it? That's a question here.
Either way, they got that 36 car shuffled back and got Corey LaJoie back in a position that is a lot better than where he was.
You knew it was on Brad's mind, and he did that. He went for it, but he didn't go back.
Here's Austin Dillon.
Right there on the right rear quarter panel of LaJoie. Here he comes.
Well, Kyle Busch has the ability to make that decision. Nobody else has really the ability to make that decision right now. Kyle's starting spot's locked in. This race is pointless. Like,
the 23 of Bubba Wallace, the 24 of William Byron. We hadn't talked about him at all.
everybody else can't really make that decision.
Towards the end of this one.
Bubba, move to the bottom. Here we go. Look at this run on the bottom. It's a great time move getting into turn one, shooting to that bottom, right to the lead. Good job, Bubba Wallace.
Bubba Wallace was 12th on the restart. He is up front.
Oh, man. Oh, there we go. Bubba's around. Oh, we got trouble. Man. Byron's involved. Buescher's involved. Chandler Smith's involved.
It looks like some splitter damage on the bottom of that car.
And that's exactly what we've been talking about. Those moments that are not your fault.
And that'll pretty much guarantee that Corey LaJoie is into the Daytona 500.
Ways on those cars, and that he being Bubba Wallace, and as those
Chris Buescher stuck in the grass.
The block was just too much. Turned him right around off the bumper of the 3.
Wallace restarted 12th. He was the winner of this race last year.
Dumbasses.
Raced his way up to the front. Now
So it looks like we'll have overtime.
maybe headed for the pits. Caution with 4 laps to go.
Oh, Byron's doing the crab walk.
Broken toe link and
Cattywampus.
comes across.
I haven't heard that word in like 10 years.
Chris Buescher talking with the AMR safety team.
Yeah, Buescher looked like he kind of took a hard hit.
Let's unpack this, fellas.
Much like I thought, that Bubba Wallace making that aggressive move, getting into 1 is a fantastic move, but it'll put him too far out in front of the 3 car. Here this train comes, boom, right there, turn him sideways, get sideways again.
Yeah, Dillon was involved, but not really.
Can see that coming, but
I think Dillon's fine.
Not see the distance to the back bumper of Bubba Wallace's car, so he thinks he's doing the right thing by continuing to push, but ultimately it doesn't let the 3 cars slow down enough to not hit him too hard.
Whoa, look at Corey LaJoie on that bottom, and unfortunately right in the lap of Chandler Smith on that outside. Not as bad as it could have been, but that's a lot of front end damage, particularly down on the front of the splitter.
It was a little bit over a 5-minute green flag run right there.
It's 1 too many.
Oh man, yeah, Bubba.
There's the flaps.
2 wheels went off the ground there.
They came up, kept it right
There
there.
it is. That new A-pillar flap to keep those cars on the ground and did its job.
I love that kind of stuff.
Fantastic. Save that car. Oh, that's a terrible feeling right in front of the pack, isn't it, Kev?
Well,
look at that thing come up and set right back down.
The good news for Bubba Wallace is he's just going to spin out right here. He's not going to have all that contact like you see all those guys up next to the wall are right there. So you just got to put some new tires on that one.
William Byron, Chris Buescher, Chandler Smith, not so fortunate in the second caution flag of duel number 1.
How did I get here? A grandma with vision.
So we'll have overtime.
Riding across the desert. It started when Babismo opened up my world.
Yeah, Bubba doesn't look like he has really any damage either right now.
Sight of the world around me. But my doctor recommended Babismo. Babismo is different. It's the only treatment thought to block 2 causes of wet AMD. I was so excited when my granddaughter asked me to ride across the desert with her, knowing that Babismo improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Vabysmo could cause eye infection, retinal detachment, temporary increase in eye pressure, an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke, or severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. Report changes to vision or eye pain to your doctor or retina specialist right away.
Now I've got my sights set on the road ahead. Open up your world with Vabysmo.
The #1 prescribed FDA-approved treatment for wet AMD. Ask your retina specialist.
Yeah, it looks like Chris Buescher will have to go to a backup car. William Byron might also have to go to a backup car.
Ram Truck Month. The most powerful light-duty gas lineup in America. Backed by America's best powertrain limited warranty. Built to never stop. Hurry in for great deals during Ram Truck Month. The only one worth the talk. Nothing stops Ram.
Purchase this Ram 1500 and get 0% financing for 60 months or $6,500 total cash allowance on select 2026 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory. And get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Thinking of updating my kitchen? Yeah? Yes. This year, we are finally updating our kitchen. Doing subway tile and an ivory or eggshell. Cream, maybe bone. Don't get me started on quartz. Big island. You ever heard of a waterfall?
For everyone who talks about doing that thing,
Right over there.
but never does that thing,
Sweet little breakfast nook.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving to make this happen. Really?
Really?
Really.
At home or in person.
You could also check out a Chase Money Skills workshop.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Progressive even helped me find the right coverage for my budget.
Joe Lyons is passive progressive.
Budget? I mean, what's next? You're gonna move out of your mom's basement?
It's my own apartment.
In her basement?
With a separate entrance.
Don't be like Joe. Switch to get good coverage and savings for yourself.
Sunday, the Great American Race on Fox. William Byron looking to do what no driver's ever done. Win 3 Daytona 500s in a row. The 68th running is Sunday, 2:30 Eastern. Pre-race coverage starts at 12:30. Only on Fox.
Well, in order to get to that third win, Mike,
Trinidad Chambliss eligible for next college football season.
Great soul. Man, you want to talk about...
Yeah, it's probably a good thing that he didn't declare for the draft quite yet. He seems like he has a very promising future in the NFL, but
Bubba Wallace, as that pack catches him, I mean, you just coming off a 2, took the lead and have that emotion. Yes, I'm right where I want to be, and then, oh no, not good at all.
Yeah, and from that view, as you see all the flaps and deploy and all the cool things that NASCAR has done to keep these cars on the ground better, there's a lot more to that story than that short, that straight-on shot right there. As we go on this Xfinity in-car camera with Bubba Wallace, you can see all the work that he's doing, and he's just out there kind of at the mercy of the guys behind you. But from the 3 cars Poet in-car camera, we're going to be able to listen to him get off the gas.
Got pushed right through it,
and he just, you can't do anything when you're at that point. He knew he was approaching that car in front of him too fast. Got all the way out of the gas, but those guys behind him don't see that, and they just want to push that line as hard as they can to go forward. And ultimately, it's just too much momentum to the back bumper of the 23 car and spun him around. But Austin Dillon did nothing wrong right there. He was just being pushed too hard from the guys behind him.
That car, Bubba Wallace and his spotter, Freddie Kraft, will have a conversation after this. All right, what do we learn from this? Got out just a little bit too far than we wanted to be. What can we do to be better? Just drag a little bit of brake right there and not get that big gap and that huge rundown on us.
Behind Dillon, the accordion effect on the inside lane went all the way back to Corey LaJoie.
Yeah, it was
all
4 cars back, and sometimes that's when you get to the end of these races, you have to push as hard as you can push, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but ultimately in this scenario, it tore up a few cars. Jamie?
Chandler Smith trying to qualify for his first Daytona 500 after that hard contact with the outside wall. He came down pit road. They put 4 tires on it. They said the splitter is dragging. You can see a little bit up front. They're pretty confident there's no tire rub, but Chandler just told him on the radio it actually feels pretty good. So let's see what he can do coming from the back here.
It can still happen, Kevin. We've seen it before. All it takes is those guys to get together again and create a hole. If somebody leans into somebody getting into the corner, somebody gets loose, checks that line up, you're right back in it.
Yeah, and that's really the only chance that this car has right here of Chandler Smith to get into the race is if Corey LaJoie has trouble.
Well, now he'll be restarting last because his car crew was over the wall too soon, as was Bubba Wallace's team.
Casey Mears is still in the race. But obviously he sat there spinning donuts in the infield, lost a few laps.
So we'll go to overtime for the first time this year. 2-lap shootout. If the leader takes the white flag under the green, the next flag will end the race. If we have a caution before the leader takes the white flag, we'll have a restart. Logano, Blaney, Keselowski, LaJoie, still 4 Fords at the front. Then Dillon, Suarez, and Chevys, Nemechek's Toyota. Here's the twos.
I can't help but keep thinking about that 8 car and his decision to pull out of that pack. Think about the timing on that. It'd have been right in his lap.
And you just never know when it's going to happen. And sometimes an experienced driver like Kyle Busch just gets that feeling in his gut and says, this just doesn't feel right to me. I don't like the way that this is going. And it could be as simple as he didn't like the way his car was driving, but if his car was driving good, he'd still be in the front.
And that is important as we look at Jimmy Johnson and the Pi Barker onboard camera. Johnson back in 18th place. It's important for Kyle Busch because he retains his Daytona 500 pole for Sunday as long as he does not have to go to a backup car.
And this guy does as well. Jimmy Johnson, he took the 41st provision.
Oh yeah, that's right. Johnson. Yeah, that's right.
His name until right there when we went in.
Johnson's locked into his spot also.
Kyle Busch is. Conservative.
Well, actually, no. Johnson's spot's not locked in.
Well, you're looking at 9
but he's locked into the race.
Not bad.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, no, he starts 41st. That's right, yeah. He starts 41st no matter what, correct?
They are to pull another one back out.
Is that what they just said?
So Corey LaJoie in the catbird seat as far as racing into the field, but Casey Mears and Chandler Smith are still in it. There is LaJoie. Start on the inside of Ryan Blaney. His teammate, Chris Buescher, checked at the infield care center and released after that crash at lap 56. All right, coming to Credit One Bank overtime. Green-white checker to decide this first duel.
All right.
4 Fords up front. They're going to control
Here we go.
the destiny, but these guys are going to have something to say about it.
Going to be 2 laps.
Who's going to be? You might be a Ford, but you got teammates.
The leader takes the white flag. Next flag ends the race.
4 Fords from 2 different teams. Roush Fenway Keselowski on the inside.
And green flag, 2 to go.
Team Penske on the outside.
You see Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano get connected really well. The bottom did good for a little bit, and Corey LaJoie came.
You see Kyle Busch continuing to try to drop back.
Have a little bit of space on the top. You see Logano right there. Looked like he drug some brakes trying to get himself back to Ryan Blaney.
And look what it did. Look at that power surge down the backstretch.
Boy, those RFK Fords have speed. They're going to be tough to deal with on Sunday.
Well, we've seen Corey LaJoie do this before. We've seen Brad Keselowski have so many moments where he's controlled the race from the front like this. And not only is he an aggressive pusher, but he's also an aggressive blocker.
All right, coming to the white flag.
Joey Logano trying for his 4th
and the white flag one more time around in the Daytona duel number 1.
In 2018.
Cut out quite a bit.
Here comes Blaney.
Big surge coming on the outside.
Blaney with a run.
Brad Keselowski in the 6th.
And Brad in the
We
second
always
place.
talk about the Penske teamwork. I think we'll see the same thing from that bottom row from those RFK cars because Corey LaJoie.
They lost the run. Lost the run.
Race, but that top lane is surging.
Oh shit!
They're also together. Look at this chain. I talk about this all the time. Links.
Oh, trouble! There we go. Oh, Corey LaJoie, big hit. Oh man! Caution.
Smith, here he comes back there in the back. You can see him.
And Logano will win the first duel.
Caution is out.
LaJoie wrecks, and that might put Casey Mears into the Daytona 500. I think, as long as he didn't wreck also. Yeah, we'll have to. What's my thing saying?
Oh my gosh.
My thing's saying Casey Mears.
See where they are at the time of the caution and who is or isn't.
My thing's saying Casey Mears.
We talked about Casey Mears spinning some donuts down there and losing a lap, but he got the lucky dog and was able to put himself in position. But we talked about this. You got to be able to get to the end of this race, and you just never know when somebody else is going to make a mistake. And unfortunately, Corey LaJoie, wrong place, wrong time.
Terrible.
That was a hard hit, too.
Not at all what he was looking for, but it might be just what the doctor ordered for Casey Mears. So let's go.
Casey
back
Mears
to the
Daytona
Mears.
500 win incoming.
Yet.
Camden's going to have to eat his
That
foot.
old pylon says Casey Mears coming from the lucky dog. That's a lucky fortune right here on the last lap. Suarez is torn.
Enjoy your final.
Look at him.
You still got like 6 months to enjoy that foot.
All right, watch the caution light in the lower left. Here is the moment of caution as we have it synced up.
Yep, that is LaJoy.
Sports video, which is unofficial.
It's unofficial, but it is LaJoy.
Joey Logano wins his 4th duel, 2019, 2020, 2023, and 2026 for the Middletown, Connecticut driver. Most among active drivers. And let's see, who picked Logano
For 85th place.
I don't remember.
Well, if I'd been in the pre-race,
That's who you were going to pick.
Clint couldn't remember his pick.
I picked Chris Buescher.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was a good pick, but
strong car. Hate to see all those cars get torn up.
Yeah, Mears got some damage. Looks like Casey Mears will have to go to a backup car, but he's in.
Look at the damage on that
his
car.
14th Daytona 500 start on Sunday.
He was clearly in it.
You're from Bakersfield, where the Mears name is legendary.
Well, the Mears gang in Bakersfield, if you raced, that's who you rooted for.
And Ross Chastain was involved.
Guys, watch this. Watch this car clear back here in the back. We are out of this thing. LaJoy is in it, clear up here. They start collecting down on the bottom, and look him coming on the outside 3 wide, and watch what happens right here.
Man, oh my God!
LaJoy shoots in Suarez and off into the sunset and in to the Daytona.
Well, that thing.
500. It can happen
And he knew
fast.
it. And he knew it, Clint, because.
Well, with that replay, it looked like LaJoy was still a little bit ahead at the time of the caution.
Caution flag on the last lap ends the race.
That is so
But-
wild.
Carrying a decal, remembering the Biff. Be like the Biff. Well, he was tonight. Hammer down and let's go for it.
Yeah.
Did I make it? Yeah, I think you did. How about that?
I'm still waiting for official word.
Full sin, wide open, never lifted. Paid off, didn't it?
It absolutely did. And this is what the type of situation for teams like this makes their year.
Absolutely.
You talk about, and it's not a.
Bob says it's Casey Mears.
Whoever makes it, I mean, this will make their year from a purse standpoint and just a pride standpoint to put your car on that grid for your sponsors.
I saw him last week at Barrett Jackson. He lives in Phoenix, comes out to the auctions, and was talking about how excited he was for this 500. And he says, I hope we can find some speed. I hope we can get there. And we're going to give it our all. So
Looks like he's in.
we are still waiting for official word as to the positioning of Chandler Smith and Corey LaJoy and Casey Mears for the official word on who has raced their way into the Daytona 500. It is Casey Mears.
All right, yep.
He is going to race on
Unbelievable.
Sunday. How about that?
Casey Mears in the Daytona 500.
Just in the blink of an eye, that fast.
And that's how it happens on these super speedways.
Smith and LaJoy are out, yep.
If you're still rolling, you're still in it. And you know, Casey made a little mistake coming on the pit road under green, lost a lap down there, got the lucky dog, and threw a Hail Mary right there going through that wreck, hoping that he made it, and ultimately put himself in the Daytona 500.
Absolutely correct.
Wonder what Kamikaze feels like right
he
now.
was doing everything right. He was in the exact same, the right spot on the last lap, going into turn 3. Everything was going right. That outside line got messed up, and it was right in his lap, turned him around.
Well, here's a champion and one of the best of the big money racers in NASCAR.
Well, we talked about Joey Logano's year last year, and we hear, you know, that they've changed a few things on their team and know that they need to get back to victory lane, and here they are. Regan?
Oh, for the 4th time in his career, after the door races, Joey Logano, you find yourself as a winner. Race got really exciting at the end there. How were you able to make the right moves to hold them off?
Just a lot of teamwork all the way through. I think about the 22 team in particular. Nick Hensley, our gas man, did a fantastic job getting us positioned off of pit road. Coleman Presley up on the roof.
Bald Logano wins his first race.
Blaney, being committed and working together. So the whole plans and everything, it's nice when everything works out the way it's supposed to. And just got a great team around me. I got a great Ford Mustang. And it's great to see this Yellow and red Ford Mustang back in victory lane. It's a lot of partners have been sticking with us for a long period of time, and have them back at the shop. It's a great place to start the season here.
Looking for your second 500 win on Sunday in the Daytona 500, excuse me. Did you learn what you need to learn on this 22 car as it especially got down to the end of the race, but even earlier on?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some things I want to work on. There's no doubt, but it's always like that. But I do think we have a strong race car. It's obviously a fast race car. We proved that tonight. So that's a good piece. You got to have speed. We'll work on some handling pieces, but I feel like we're pretty close.
Joey Logano wins dual race number 1 in Daytona.
Thanks, Regan. Now, the delay in figuring out which of the race-in cars made it had to do with whether or not all 3 of them were deemed involved in that crash. Jamie.
And Casey Mears and this little team that could. They
Even year Logano plus bald Logano could be a scary
I don't know where to
combination,
start
yeah.
with that, but take us through those last moments and how you ended up here.
Well, I mean, probably a little bit of power of prayer. There's a lot of that going on in the car. And
But no Final Four this year.
For getting us here to begin with. But yeah, I got, I had an issue on pit road, and I got to run around the outside, and I figured I'd just stay in the gas no matter what happened. And when I saw him spinning, and I missed the first guy, I thought, okay, good. Then I hit the 99 that I hit square. Anyway, I hit somebody square, and I knew when I hit him flat, it didn't tear up the car too much, and I was going to be able to get back. But I didn't know who was in front of me still, whether or not we made it. And then all the guys started going nuts on the radio. So I want to say hi to Trish and the kids back home. I can't believe we're here based on our night and the way that
Yeah, what a long hair on his beard.
Car Security Systems, SI Yachts, the Gracie Foundation, most of all, Bob Germain. I mean, this guy's stepped up and put me here.
Unbelievable. This team, 10 people on this car. Carl Long, how do you guys get here, and how do you move forward to Sunday? You got a shot at this now.
It's a really good question. I don't know exactly what the rules are or how they sit. I don't know what's repairable on this and what isn't. I think we do have another car that we plan to take to Atlanta. In case we didn't make the show, we'd have something ready to go for Atlanta. Maybe we can get that ready. I don't even know what the rules are. I just know that we made it. The car's damaged. We got to figure it out. I'm just really happy to be here.
Congratulations.
Bro doesn't know the rules to his own game.
Driver in the field at age 47, and I think everybody who's been in racing for a long time has got to be happy for.
Yeah, I guess I will.
What a way
I
to
might
make
be.
the race.
I know I gotta pee. I'm gonna go pee right now.
Races his way in. Half the cars that started ended up with damage, and this is only race 1.
Oh, y'all just saw my fucking fat. Sorry about that. Won't be the last time.
This is the true story of Alex. Recently promoted, he was earning more, but investing for the future, I definitely needed a plan. With his advisor Dennis, Alex invested his savings into 3 accounts. One for now, one for later, and of course, his retirement. A plan in motion put the future in focus. The wedding, the barndominium, kids, maybe kids. The point here, Alex has more than big goals for his future. He's got a plan to get there.
Thank you for a great season, football fans.
NASCAR fans, you earn the driver's seat. What are you waiting for? Sign up for the free NASCAR Fan Rewards loyalty program today at NASCAR.com/fanrewards.
Kick back. It's smooth streaming ahead with Fios Premium channels. It's a new season and a new shift at the pit. Uncover a whole new spirited semester. A trip for 2 becomes a solo journey of suspense. A timeless love story comes to a close, and something evil awakens. See it all on HBO Max, Paramount Plus with Showtime, MGM Plus, Stars, Cinemax. Anywhere you are with Fios TV mobile app. Order now at Verizon.com/premiums.
Yes, sir, stop.
Moving? We make sure your Fios home internet easily moves with you. Verizon offers flexible install times, so we can fit into your stacked moving schedule. Plus, the Fios TV app lets you keep watching your favorite shows as you pack up, load up, unload, and unpack. When you're on the 100% fiber optic network, it's not home sweet home. It's home sweet home internet. Learn more at Verizon.com/movers.
Knock it off.
Or call 866-EASY-MOVES.
TV's #1 new drama is an unforgettable thriller. On February 23rd, keep your secret. See
how his story began with a riveting new episode.
You've been hiding something.
Memory of a Killer.
Still doesn't know the rules yet.
Monday, February 23rd on Fox.
The sweet taste of victory here in Victory Lane for the driver of the 22 car. Joey Logano gets the win in duel number 1, his 4th duel victory. Welcome into Victory Lane here at Daytona International. Josh Sims alongside the Daytona 500 winner, Jamie McMurray. Duel 1's in the books, man. What's your big takeaway?
Oh, man, so many emotions as you see how, excited that Casey Mears was there at the end. It looked like he was out of it. Think about the heartbreak for Corey LaJoie. But then Logano being able to win, Josh, as I watched that race go and as he was trying to push Blaney, they really couldn't make any ground up. Then all of a sudden when those cars got reversed and Blaney got behind him, it seemed like they were able to do that. So those guys will go back, work on that a little bit. It's so much fun. We were just talking as we're standing here, though, to see the excitement of Victory Lane and being here and see how excited you see Paul Wolf's kids right there standing on the side of the trophy. What a great moment for all of them.
Yeah, it's definitely a great moment for that 22 team. What else did we learn from that duel? I think we saw how strong those RFK cars can be.
Well, I mean, yeah, working together as a group, obviously, but then it's crazy how it can all unfold when it comes down to the end. And Clint, I think, referenced that during the race. Like all bets are off as you get down to the end of this. It's easy to work together at the beginning as those guys are trying to put themselves in the right position with maybe save a little bit of fuel to make that pit stop shorter as Larry explained. Yeah, when it gets down to the end, it's just everyone goes for it. And as you sit back, for those guys that watched this race from the motorhomes or from the transporters, you see how calm it is and then how just chaos breaks out at the end.
Yeah, and I think about how exciting it has to be for Casey Mears and that team. What Jamie do in the interview, talk about 10 people on the team. Casey saying, I don't know what it's going to take. If this car can get ready, do we need to go to a backup or what? But the point is to make the show, and he made the show.
Yeah, and I talked to Casey earlier today over in the Truck Series garage, and he talked about trying to get to that 500 star.
I don't know when they're going to reset this thing.
With this team and the resources they have, and I think it's hard for us to express the deficit or how far behind they are.
Right, it'll probably be about another 20 minutes till we go green.
It's kind of an equalizer, right? We talk about not that anybody can win at these tracks, but it really opens it up. Really happy for Casey. He's my teammate for years at Chip Ganassi Racing, and I know you can just tell how excited he is getting out of the car.
For sure. All right, let's check in with Jamie Little, who's with Brad K.
Brad Keselowski pretty much ran up front all race long, ended up 4th. Best laid plans. You guys were doing your darndest to get your 4th driver in there in Corey LaJoie. Take us through kind of what happened there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, we did everything we said we were going to do. We got our 4 cars to the front, ran really hard, and executed a pretty good pit cycle. And then just on the restart, kind of all hell broke loose, and these kind of got separated.
Brad Keselowski will start 9th in the Daytona 500.
Ryan Priest got shuffled, and then we couldn't keep the bottom lane super tight the way I wanted to, and there was a wreck down the backstretch, and that got the 17 car. Then at the end, I'm not really sure what happened. Like somebody got in the back of Corey, which was really disappointing. We were in a spot to get him in the race, and to go from having 4 cars in control of the race to 3 of them torn up and only one of them in the top 5 is quintessential Daytona.
Quintessential Daytona. But what is not quintessential Daytona is
usually one duel is tame, is crazy, and the other one is tame. You just saw the crazy one. I feel like it's usually the second duel is crazy no matter what. I feel like.
Not so much, but
I feel like it's actually usually the first duel that's tame.
Body, which helps, and the seat is my home. And it feels good.
All right, thank you, Jamie. Joey Logano celebrating the winner of duel number 1. We're getting set for duel 2. Stay with us.
COPD isn't pretty. From the struggle to breathe, to getting stopped in your tracks. But with Trelegy, I can finally move forward. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps my airways open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups. Once daily Trelegy also improves lung function, so I can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful all day and night.
Glenn?
Why are you screaming?
Because you're screaming! Are you hiding from used car shopping?
Yeah. What if I overpay?
I get it. Nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident, but that's nothing to be afraid of.
Show me, Carfax.
Knowing how a car's accident history impacts price means you don't have to overpay.
Way better. Popcorn?
Definitely. No fear, just Fox. Say show me at Carfax.com.
The 2026 Live Golf season continues. It is on. You ready? Oh, yes.
Don't miss it. Tune in to Live Golf Adelaide.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter. With high-tech features and excellent reliability. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $219 per month lease on a 2026 Civic LX sedan.
If your body didn't have to hurt after being active, introducing Stogo, the only apparel with adjustable medical-grade support designed to help you overcome injuries, minimize pain, and regain the confidence to get back out there. Engineered with high-speed cables that reinforce the body and control dials that allow you to adjust the support. Stogo is trusted by professionals, world-class athletes, and weekend warriors who all want one thing: more activity and less pain. Learn more at Stoco.com.
Welcome back to the World Center of Racing. Duel number 1 in the books. Joey Logano is your winner. We saw him celebrating in victory lane, and the perks of that, you get to come over and talk to us. I mean, what better way to celebrate a duel win? There it is. So, first of all, what did you learn out there that could help you moving forward now that that race is in the books and you got the win?
I think you learn like some,
So my pick to win duel number 2 is Kyle Larson. I know he hasn't, statistically been good at Daytona, but I just have a good feeling about it.
Came from pushes and just doesn't feel comfortable, right? And so, unfortunately, the end of the races will come down to that, and it's something that I think probably everyone's going to go back and try to figure out to get better. But Ryan did a fantastic job with me, working together, working at the Team Penske mentality. So. It's cool to be both in here victory lane together.
So it looked like to me as I watched you guys when you were pushing Ryan, you guys were aggressive but not making a lot of ground up. Then you switched, and when you got behind, it seemed like you could push up to the front. Did you feel that way in the car?
I think it's multiple things go into that. Like when we were lined up and I was leading, like we were still a little fuel save going on. Joey didn't have a lot of help behind him. It was kind of soft, so we didn't really go anywhere, and then when we flipped and it was at the end of the race, then it really started to, you get more help in the third lane and things like that. But it's just nice to know this stuff. I mean, this is the closest you're going to get to the 500 of your car's handling, and we kind of just can go from here.
So the other thing that I observed is that it seemed like every time the lead was taken on the outside, almost every time, and as soon as the leader got the lead, they'd go and lose it. Why? Like, what's the feeling out there? Why?
Yeah, I mean, when, before the green-white checkered, we had control of the middle lane. And, Joey and me would get clear into one a couple times, and I was fine giving the bottom up because we figured the middle would surge again, and, help would come to me by the middle of 1 and 2, and then we would just really motor down the backstretch. So I think it's just lane preference. What does your car do good in what lane, and what lane is going to have the momentum. And it seemed like on the bottom, all those wrecks came from there because they knew they had to push hard to keep up with the middle. So I think we made a good choice of just staying where we were and knowing and not being impatient, just knowing it would come back to us.
For you now, you got this information, right, from being out there, from being able to work with your teammates. So what do the next couple days look for you and Paul Wolf as you guys, figure everything out?
I mean, we already started debriefing something here in victory lane and talking about, some things that we want better in our race cars. I think they got speed. We proved that, which is a key piece to have at Daytona.
Logano has no hair, and Blaney has too much hair.
Everyone's going to want to work on that some. So at this point, let's polish it back up. we got a couple practice sessions, and we'll, try to work on some things to make the handling a little bit better. Because, Daytona 500 is in the daytime, right? It's the nighttime right now. It's as much a grip as the track's going to have. So whatever you got tonight will be worse on Sunday. So, you got to go to work a little bit and, like I said, for the whole field, because right now it's pretty sketchy out there. For a race that we all say, let's take care of it and make sure we keep the same car, there's a lot of wrecks. So, it just says how out of control the field is.
You know what wasn't sketchy? We got to hang out on the boat earlier today with your teammate, Austin Cindric, a feature that'll be on race day on
Nice
Sunday.
plug, Josh.
Hey,
Man, I think Josh is trying to say that he's good luck, and we need to do it.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there and seeing what works.
You're just throwing the line out there?
Joey Logano, Brian Blaney,
Thanks.
always appreciate your time. Let's check in with our pit reporter, Regan Smith.
Corey LaJoie was able to race his way into the Daytona 500 1 year ago. Looked like you were going to be able to do the same thing.
Joey took a
this
hard
year,
hit. Good to
Corey.
see that he's all
Walk me
right.
through what happened at the end of the back straightaway there and the disappointment.
It looked good for 149.5 miles. I thought we controlled the race as good as you can control it. But the bottom lane got soft there, and the push came right at the same time. I kind of picked the 6 up, and it just hooked me to the right. And it sucks, man, because these guys worked incredibly hard on this car. I'm honestly happy for Casey Mears and Carl Long. It's cool those guys got in, but I'm devastated, man. It's this is what you work for, and I don't have another one after this. So who knows what's going to come up? I thought the Lord brought me this opportunity, but sometimes the Lord works in mysterious ways, and we're not going to quit. We're going to keep pressing and see what lies ahead, because I don't know. Truck race tomorrow, I do know that, so we'll have some fun there. But man, it really sucks.
Thanks, Corey.
Tough break for, of course, Corey LaJoie. But Joey Logano gets to celebrate as he'll have good starting position for the Daytona 500 on Sunday.
You play by the rules. Then things happen.
Clay
Prices
Greenfield
keep
is your
climbing.
dad?
Every month,
What?
a new expense. And
What
the debt adds up.
is going on right now?
So how do you face it? It starts with a call, then a plan. At National Debt Relief, we'll negotiate with your
I believe you, because that's so random that you wouldn't make that up.
You're back on
Like,
track. When debt happens, we're here to help you take action.
if you even said like Jeff Gordon is your dad, I'd be like, okay, buddy.
Begins. Call or visit nationaldebtrelief.com.
Well, like that's random enough to where I believe you.
Hot stuff coming through. Okay, y'all can chill now. With our new slamming meal deals, you can feed everyone and still get dessert.
Well, tell your dad I said hi.
Good luck. Denny's new
He's a
slamming
cool
meal
fella.
deal starting at $5.99.
At Sonic, what did we do?
I mean,
with
I
the
think.
Smash
You know
Burger
him better than I do.
With Angus beef? We made an entire lineup. Meet our all-American smashers, made with classic ingredients to make it our best smasher yet. Try the Sonic All-American Smasher meal for $6 today.
Every time we have a race here,
That's good.
Door to door, inches apart, every lap all out. This is Echo Park Speedway, the hottest.
Did Blaney tell LaJoie to have the same type of mustache, right?
Trigger 400 takes over Atlanta. 3 days of tailgates, camping, and full throttle fun. But Sunday is chaos, speed, and glory. Get tickets at EchoParkSpeedway.com.
When was the last time Clay Greenfield ran a race?
With FiOS 1 gig internet, your day begins at full speed. There's video calling.
41 years old.
Oh, and someone's at the door. Power your home.
He ran an Xfinity race in 2011? Really?
Get the speed you need and save on entertainment you need.
He ran the season opener last year. Is he racing tomorrow? You subbed? Thank you.
Customers can upgrade to 1 gig and save $15 a month for 24 months.
Ameriprise Financial has been providing personal financial advice since 18.
Oh, that's cool. He'll be racing tomorrow.
Changing times, clients have counted on us to know they're protected and that their wealth is preserved.
So are you like in Daytona right now, or?
6 generations, our advice has been helping people do more than achieve their goals. We've been helping them achieve their goals with confidence. Visit Ameriprise.com to find an advisor near you.
That's cool.
Ameriprise Financial. Advice worth talking about.
Press box, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay. Well, how do you tell the world that we lost Dale Earnhardt today?
One of Dale's very best friends was Mike Hilton.
This is undoubtedly one of the toughest announcements that I've ever personally had to make.
He's been running races in the Truck Series since 2010. I didn't realize he's been around that long. I mainly remember him in NASCAR Heat. Like,
Tired me. We were all there.
did you ever play as your dad in NASCAR Heat? That'd be pretty cool.
One of the last people to talk to Dale Earnhardt the day he died. The badass of all badasses.
Dale Earnhardt takes the checkered flag.
All of us were lost puppies without an owner. You remember what life was like before that day? And you remember what life has been like after that day.
You don't have NASCAR Heat? Well, your dad's in the game.
Right here on FS1 after
He got lost on the track. Why are you bringing this up to his son? This is probably not a happy memory for him. Yo, your dad drove with the hood up? Your dad pulled a Denny Hamlin? That's fucking sick.
for this one after qualifying fastest time last night, and then some trouble getting on pit road here.
Yeah, Casey Mears got on the brakes, couldn't get
Oh, and then he goes into the grass.
rear no brakes. You see both of those guys slid to the infield and got stuck, and this is when all the chaos broke out.
Yeah, 4 laps to go.
It's all good. I'm just playing with you,
Joey
Andy.
even told us things got a little bit squirrely, and we saw that here.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace had a great car. Drove to the lead, got the lead, had it for about 15 seconds, and then got turned down the backstretch.
Oh, he made it to his pit box. There you go.
End of the duel, and a tough break here for Corey LaJoie into the wall hard. His chances of getting into the 500 gone, and Casey Mears comes through. Joey gets the win in duel number 1, so he gets to celebrate. Casey Mears gets to celebrate after thinking he was out of it with that spin. He's into the show.
Yeah, somehow I got into his pit box.
All right, folks. Well, duel number 2 coming up after the break. Chase Elliott, he's in this one, as well as Denny Hamlin. We'll see who has what it takes to enter victory lane. Stay with us.
We got Clay Greenfield's son in here.
Shopping can't hurt.
Wait, are you a dog? I'm assuming you're. I don't know why I'm assuming. NASCAR is also for girls too, but I'm assuming you're his son.
Nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident, but there's no reason to shop with fear.
Well, show me, Carfox.
Knowing how a car's accident history impacts price means you don't have to overpay.
I wasn't scared.
Sure. Can we talk about the PJs?
I'll talk about them, as long as you keep it positive, because I like these things.
No fear, just Fox. Say, show me at Carfax.com.
I do. I have a Clay Greenfield clip.
Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
Send me it. I don't remember that.
Pepper, strawberries, and cream. What did she say?
She said Dr. Pepper Cherry is the bestest, boldest Dr. Pepper.
Now, just a doggone minute.
There's no finer flavor than Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
What is this?
Thank you, Blackberry Raven.
Oh. Oh shit! Yeah, I do. Oh yeah, that was a big hit.
My taxes pay for these roads. What I get back goes to my family. That's where Straight Talk Wireless comes in. Straight Talk's always been the same price since they started back in 2009. And they always offer free 5G phones for new and existing customers on America's most reliable 5G network. Ooh, straightforward prices.
And no potholes. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless. No contracts,
Which
no
clip?
credit checks, no surprises. Official partner of NASCAR.
The Colonel knew folks hated Mondays, so he made sure Tuesdays
Anything added to zero is still zero.
With 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders for just $10. It's TGI Tuesday. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal. KFC $10 Tuesdays.
Last season, IndyCar champ Alex Palou rewrote the history books. The only question now is, what's next?
action right there. I was trying to do some math and
Welcome back to Daytona. Josh Sims alongside Jamie McMurray down here in
That's not
Victory Lane.
true.
We just had Joey Logano down here celebrating his win in duel number 1. Now we shift our focus towards the second duel. So as they get set to fire the engines, you know, what are you going to be looking at? What's on your mind heading into this race?
Well, the first thing is that the kind of rule of thumb is if the first one's chaotic, the second one hopefully won't be, and that's for all the drivers that were watching that first race as the chaos broke out at the end. It maybe relaxes you a little bit more. You hope everyone's going to think a little thorough through the end of this. The second thing, Josh, is that we saw RFK really team up. The Fords all get together. All the Gibbs cars are in this race. They all have fast Toyotas. I picked Denny Hamlin to win this. I think you're going to see all 4 of those cars team up. Chase Briscoe, you're looking at right there. Denny Hamlin, Ty Gibbs.
And my pick to win this second race is Larson.
Really good at this type of racing.
So TCM, who's like your favorite driver, like
And of course,
in like the Cup
Casey
Series?
Get a chance to celebrate getting into the show. We know he's not the only one. Another driver one of those open drivers will get their chance to get in. 2 more will go home. The drama, the pressure that's on them, especially watching how things played out in duel number 1.
Yeah, BJ McLeod and JJ Yaley are going to start towards the rear of this. Neither of those cars were fast in qualifying, but as we saw, it's going to come down most likely to the last lap. Don't make a mistake getting on pit road. Even though Casey Mears was able to recover from that, you just have to do all the obvious things right here.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you don't know what's going to happen.
Don't beat
and
yourself.
Even if you think you're out of it, you might still be in it. Well, all right, folks. Duel number 1 is in the books. We're getting set for duel number 2.
Oh, you're friends with Austin Dillon?
So let's
I've met Austin Dillon before. Pretty cool dude.
For opening ceremonies.
Yeah, he's my pick to win the 500.
International Speedway, here to fire engines for the second race in the America 250 Florida Duel. Please welcome Chief Operating Officer of the Florida Department of Transportation, Will Watts.
Drivers, start your engines.
All right, the engines are fired.
All right, the engines have been fired. Duel number 2 is right around the corner as we get set to set the rest of the start.
Yeah, Austin Dillon's my dad's favorite driver. My dad doesn't really care about NASCAR, but
And Doug.
There it is, Limu, the 50-yard line. Soon we'll be telling the whole stadium how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance.
and to be straight up, I thought it was total bullshit that Austin Dillon got that win taken away. Or not the win taken away, but like the playoff eligibility taken away.
Looks like we're walking. We'll get him at halftime. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
My taxes pay for these roads. What I get back goes to my family. That's where Straight Talk Wireless comes in. Straight Talk's always been the same price since they started back in 2009. And they always offer free 5G phones for new and
The cookout 500? I mean, the
America's
cookout
most
400.
network.
I wish it was 500.
Straightforward prices.
And no potholes. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises.
We need more 500 races.
The Sonic $6 All-American Smasher meal tops the burger food chain. Get it hand smashed and made to order, plus a side and medium drink for just $6. Great burger, even greater deal. Try the Sonic All-American Smasher meal for $6 today.
Dear Winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles
Maybe not Sonoma. Maybe that'd be too long.
is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our
But
game.
like,
Bundle up. Toyota.
I don't know. I feel like
President's Day savings all month long.
they should bring back Dover as like an actual race, not the All-Star race. They should make that the 500-mile race. They did that back in the 90s.
At Ameriprise Financial, we know our clients are so
I feel like Richmond should be 500. That'd be 500 laps, but
and caretakers, believers and breadwinners. The goals that matter most to you matter most to us. Helping you
I feel like Pocono should be 500 miles.
with personal financial advice from an advisor you can trust and goal-based investing in solutions. It's no wonder we have a 4.9 out of 5 client satisfaction rating. Ameriprise Financial. Advice worth talking about.
We've seen the first duel. What do we expect here? Learn all you can and stay out of trouble.
One down, one to go. As history would have it, this race isn't a simple task.
This is a total different animal right here.
You're friends with the son of the owner of Cookout? You mean Rue Reeves?
Only time will tell.
We'll find out who and how next.
Let's duel.
Welcome back to the America 250 Florida Duel at Daytona. Race number 2 coming up. All drivers who were involved in that.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Obviously, that's a...
Checked at the infield care center.
You can decline to answer that.
Good news. And we're ready for duel number 2. Let's check in with our poll.
Byron and Busher will go to backup cars.
How about you?
Bubba Wallace will repair the car. What an honor.
Yeah, I got him on.
Damn right, Jaden. It is.
Well, buddy, learned a little bit.
Son of a legend.
Kyle Busch there.
It's like having Bronny James on the stream.
Out at the end. Is that the same
8
for you, or what's the game?
Legend.
Yeah, I think for us,
Well, this, well, they're little. I don't know what your name is, but here, this is called weed. And adults, they inhale this. They set it on fire and they inhale the fumes, and it makes them feel funny. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You're in year 2 now. Did we learn anything in that first race that might teach us a lesson to make sure that we don't overthink what we're doing as far as aborting from our plan?
I don't know. I mean, it's just scenario change, right? Like, every race there was kind of based off the Chevy nose, so don't really know what to expect, in this one from that standpoint. But no, I think for us, the plan from the get-go was, try to race, stay up front. But
If anybody ever offers you weed, don't do it. You can't. He's in another RV.
All right, man. Good luck.
He's probably smoking some weed. Nah, he's probably drinking a beer.
America 250 Florida Duel 2
Respect.
starting grid. Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota's on the front row for Chase Briscoe and Denny Hamlin, a 3-time duel winner. Here's Jamie.
Mike, it's been an emotional offseason for Denny Hamlin, most recently losing his father in a house fire. Denny said this week, I would be lying if I told you I showed up here 100% ready and motivated. But the one thing he said he was looking forward to was getting back in his race car, strapping in, and going out there and racing and trying to figure it out, put everything aside, and do what he loves to do as he looks to win his 4th Daytona 500.
Sam is a bad influence in most cases, but this is good advice. Exactly. I can be good sometimes. I'm not always bad.
Thanks, Jamie. Row number 2, a pair of Hendrick Chevrolets for Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott. Row number 3, well, that's Joe Gibbs Racing again, Ty Gibbs and Christopher Bell. Then Justin Allgaier, who locked in for Junior Motorsports, and Austin Cindric for Team Penske. Michael McDowell and Zane Smith will occupy row number 5, and in row 6, rookie Connor Zilic and Eric Jones. Regan?
I'd say drink a beer if you're
I'm not sure there's ever been a more
an adult. You
debut
can
than
drink a
there is
beer.
for rookie Connor Zilic, as you just mentioned. Tonight, he is going to get a lot of lessons, though. The team told me earlier tonight that they have got to worry on a number of different things. Where he places himself on the racetrack, how he makes the moves, how he learns how this car drafts. Keep in mind, this car very different than what he's been driving in the O'Reilly Series a year ago, to where he got 10
Like
wins
Jaden.
left
Jaden
last
should
year.
drink a beer.
So
He's an
plenty for
adult.
him to take in.
He's
New
actually not
voices on the
21
radio,
yet, though.
new voices
But who
on
cares?
top of the
I
spotters
drank
stand
before
for
I was
him.
21.
Lots for him to learn as we start this duel.
Yeah, lots of process for sure, Regan. Row 7, there's Josh Berry's Ford and Carson Hocevar's Chevrolet. Riley Herbst in a Toyota, Todd Gilliland in a Ford. Trying to race into the 500, Anthony Alfredo in a Chevy, and Ty Dillon. Row number 10, Ricky Stenhouse and Tyler Reddick, a couple of veterans there. And 2 more drivers trying to
Zilly
race their way into
Zonkers?
the 500 are BJ McLeod and JJ Yaley. Well, Larry Mack, what did we learn in race 1 that we can apply here?
Well, Mike, we know you're going to have one pit stop in this 60-lap race. It may be under caution, but as we saw in the first duel, probably under green. You've got to be mistake-free. You've got to execute that stop. Anything that driver can do to shorten up that trip to pit road, that's how Joey Logano and the 22 team took control of that race. They had over a 3-second faster pit stop than Ryan Preece. And if you're an open car, like Anthony Alfredo, BJ McLeod, or JJ Yaley, be there at the end, and you might make it to the Great American Race.
Never give up. That was a real Hail Melon move for Casey Mears. Now here's Denny Hamlin. Interesting chat.
But it's a nickname adapted by me. You know, like how like Michael Monks does his own nicknames? Yeah. Bro, look at that! Look at that fucking camera. What do you call that? Like that camera?
Thick tear-offs, Kevin? Well, what he's referring to is the inside of the windshield. So, you know, I think a lot of times it'll get a film on the inside that you have to wipe off, and so.
It's reference about the Darlington windshield, though, as rock chips, and it just, you know, you can't see through that. That's what kind of, sometimes when they put those...
TCM, you still in here, or did you leave to go watch the race?
You know, milky look underneath those.
Tonight's aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. Legends aren't born, they're proven. 22 cars in race number 2 to set the outside lane for Sunday's 68 500. Here's the Toyota Camry XSE that leads the field, lights out atop the pace car. Green this time on.
Well, I think we know what the beginning of the race strategy is going to be. Well, we saw all hell break loose as we
still in here. Hell yeah!
That last race, so we know at some point they're going to have to get on the pit road. And
thoughts on Kyle Busch? You like him or you not like him?
We know that they're going to have to push and shove, but man, that last race had a lot of action in it, and it'll be interesting to see if that affects how these guys think and the things that they do.
Certainly gave us a snapshot of a lot of different scenarios. I mean, it literally kind of threw a little bit of everything at us, but I agree, probably a little bit calmer here. Let's not get out of hand and get ourselves settled in, get comfortable with these cars, our communication with spotters. It all starts back over again. Same situation for these cars. A lot of unknowns.
All right, here we go.
Pace car hits pit road. 2 Toyotas ahead of 2 Chevys.
Green flags in the air. We are racing in the Duel 2.
50 miles, 60 laps. Probably see him go down and get in front of that Toyota.
I wonder what's on Fox. That's more important than this.
When they make that plan, the leader will pick the outside, and the guy
what is so important that's on Fox, so they couldn't have put this race on Fox?
Doesn't get going as soon so that you guys can work together. And in the last race, we saw all those RFK cars get themselves positioned really early in the race. We see some Joe Gibbs cars.
Dude, it's literally just like TV shows. They could have put this on Fox.
Right side by side, third row back. So it'll be interesting to see if those Gibbs cars can get themselves positioned and what everybody else's plan is.
Not many Toyotas in that last one. The only one we really talked about was Nemechek, right? I even said Lone Wolf. 11 Chevrolets, 7 Toyotas, 4 Fords in this one. Toyota guys will have a little bit better showing in this one with the strength and the numbers that they have.
Well, the Chevys side by side behind the 2 lead Toyotas ahead of the other 2 Joe Gibbs Toyotas. So nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and no way for those Chevys right this moment to get in line together.
Those Toyotas keep pushing each other not that far.
What's with Allgaier down?
Allgaier?
The pace here inside the line.
Guaranteed that race. That's a planned thing. Get out of there. Let's make sure that we get this on the end.
Okay.
And there it is.
That's in the 500.
Well, yeah, but he's still eligible to like actually get a starting spot in this race. So I don't know why Allgaier dropped back.
On the inside, Chase Elliott on that outside. We need to find each other's bumpers and work together here. I look for that
fighting against primetime showing of the Olympics. So that's on NBC though.
Just like the last race, these guys are going to be really patient. They're going to get themselves in a position to where they can take care of the fuel management, take care of their car, get themselves to that lap 40-ish mark, when they need to make a pit stop. So I think you're going to see the same strategy that we saw in the last race. The only movers that we'll probably see are maybe some of the guys that are starting in the back taking advantage of situations to where they can make up some ground.
I wonder if any teams, after what they saw in race 1, would decide to pit early to avoid the opportunity for carnage if everybody comes all together after 44
exactly.
laps.
Well, you saw what happened with Ryan Preece, right? You know, he was the car that they let lead, and it ultimately cost him a chance at being the leader after the pit stop because he had to take more fuel. Right? So it's a cat and mouse game.
Like I know it's a junior motorsports entry, but like really and realistically, it's a fifth Hendrick entry.
Themselves out on that one. It worked out for Mears, but that wasn't necessarily the whole pack. But it can happen, and it happens often, especially early on in these duels with no practice of coming off pit road.
Watching Austin Cindric in the number 2 from the Ford Racing camp.
That's true.
And you see right there, BJ McLeod says, heck, I'm going to take advantage of these guys being cautious right now. I'm going to try to make up some track position.
Last year, he led a bunch of laps in the 150.
What's that Roku app called, Andy?
The front, as other drivers were saving fuel.
And much like we saw in that first race, there's Anthony Alfredo right behind him in the 62 car. Staying close to one another. I want to know where that enemy's at. I need to know where he's at all times.
Their names are yellow on the pylon. Those are the 3 drivers trying to race their way in, and only one will make it.
Patience plays a role in that. It's a virtue.
Yeah, once again, the drivers going to try to make the Daytona 500 in this second race. BJ McLeod, Anthony Alfredo, and JJ Yaley.
And even if something does happen, we saw in the last race, I mean, Casey Mears, he got himself a lap down, got the lucky dog, got in the crash at the end. The right car crashed for him to make the race. He did a daring move, so you got to keep your car rolling. You're always in contention because you never know what's going to happen in these super speedway races.
But back to that patience and what we said at the top of the show in the pre-race, Kevin, don't beat yourself. And I go back to Casey Mears. He got good fortune. Yes, he made the race, but he got lucky, right? Scenario happened in front of him, gave him a second chance to get into the 500, and it worked out. For these guys, learn from those mistakes. Be careful coming on pit road. Do not take yourself out of this thing until that last lap, and it's time to gamble.
So this is
near the wall,
and this is also a scenario that can create some chaos when you got.
Bye. All right. It was nice seeing you.
Trying to take advantage of everybody else, trying to pace.
Tell your dad I said good luck.
They're trying to make up ground. Sometimes that difference in pace can cause some drama if somebody doesn't know what's going on as far as making a move in and out of traffic. So a lot of these guys are pretty relaxed right now. And those guys in the outside are trying to take advantage of these guys by going full speed.
That's Eric Jones and BJ McLeod on the far outside lane. Jones in 7th, McLeod currently 10th.
I hear you, Jones, and I'm thinking back to that first duel in Nemechek. That's 2 legacy cars that are flexing some muscle. Those brought some hot rods down here to Daytona. So far, so good with some great speed out of Legacy.
Well, let's have a look at our Toyota team update as there's Gibbs cars up in the front. Briscoe, Hamlin, and Bell first, second, fifth, and Ty Gibbs sixth.
Definitely not the Ford loaded show like we saw in the first one. Mentioned it just a second ago with these Toyotas. Again, always strength in numbers when you come here, especially early on. Working together in the pit stop, everything, that all goes towards getting to the end of this thing together and having a shot.
You mentioned it, Clint, but what Chase Briscoe said at the beginning of this show has me sitting here thinking, that looking at those Chevrolet noses. He said both wrecks were off of a Chevrolet nose.
Yeah.
And I think that is really interesting because of the fact that they kind of worked on their nose to make themselves better to be able to be push at these speedways. So it'll be interesting to see if that keeps to be a developing situation.
And in my opinion, I don't know that like the big run off of that Austin Dillon had, bearing down on Bubba Wallace, that was just a scenario of getting pushed.
Oh, that's annoying.
In my opinion, but definitely something that kind of raised my eyebrow when Briscoe said that about, hey, he ain't wrong. Brand new nose cannot be an issue here because the focus was in making that better to be able to push, like you said.
Coming around to complete lap 10 in duel number 2, Chase Briscoe and Denny Hamlin on point.
From the moment you took your first breath, you had something to prove. And boy, did you ever. Roads warm, clouds punch, sweat mopped up and down, back and forth, over and over and over again.
I guess NASCAR isn't shown on Philippines TV after all.
COPD thought it could stop you. Well, COPD never met someone like you. You kept right on going. Breztri is
They switch it over to someone else?
with better breathing starting within 5 minutes and helps prevent flare-ups. Now that's a COPD maintenance treatment that works as hard as you do. Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsening breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be.
Are you still in America right now?
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
All right, Big Me. This is where the dream begins. Quick catch, remember me?
My younger self?
Yep, I'm the you who never gave up.
We got this.
If we push ourselves, we'll go further than we ever thought we could.
Gillette Labs is just a fancy-looking Fusion 5? No, it ain't. It's Gillette's best shave. And its ultra-sharp blades last 50% longer. Hey, Joe, come feel my cheeks. Dad. Gillette, the best a man can get. Keeps getting better.
Put the work in.
Mommy, I have to go potty.
You gotta do it, please.
Oh.
I'm in America, yeah.
So, what's next?
Craftsman. What you build, builds you.
Put the work in.
Arby's new meat in 3 box for just $7.99 is a 4-course meal deal. Unlike other value meals, this box won't leave you hungry. Whoa!
Where'd
Can you
Camden
believe
go?
all this food fits in one box?
Arby's, we have the meat. Tomorrow, all 3 national series are on track, capped off with the season opener for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series on FS1 at 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Welcome back to the America 250 Florida Duel at Daytona. Chase Briscoe has led all 11 laps. Denny Hamlin stuck right to his bumper, then the Hendrick Chevys of Larson and Elliott. And then 3 Toyotas, Jones, Gibbs, and Bell.
Yeah, and I just keep thinking back to the Ryan Preece scenario for Chase Briscoe, but you know he's got a lot on the line with his front row start qualifying position right now. We know that we already heard him say that he wants to take
Briscoe's
care of
leading. He's led all 12 laps tonight.
Wants to learn about it.
Started first in this race. He started second on
How the
Sunday.
heck do you balance all that, Clint?
Well, keep it right there. That's why I'm going to stay right there with my teammate and a seasoned veteran on my bumper as long as I possibly can. Much like we saw with Kyle Busch. As soon as I lose that, get mired in traffic, I'm getting out of Dodge.
The Xfinity fastest lap will likely get faster as the fuel load burns off. Under green.
This has always been kind of fun. You get you an old PR lap here, can't you, Kevin? Let that pack up there too wide. Get back on, get a run. Watch this thing. You can hear it too. Listen to the RPM.
Yeah, and that lap's going to be about 8 miles an hour faster as
he had to lift.
Getting towards the when they really are getting after it. So it's definitely there's a lot of games being played out there as we ride on board the Arby's cam with Justin Allgaier. So you saw him get out of the pack. He didn't want to take any chances of just anything that might happen because they know William Byron's car got tore up. And the backup cars, there's just not a lot of extra cars sitting around the garage, and not to include the amount of time that it takes to work on them and get them right.
Not to mention that it's a part-time team.
Yeah.
You know, part-time car, one-shot race for Allgaier here for Junior Motorsports, as they did last year in the 500. So, yeah, they don't want to put that at risk, especially in these early laps. What's at stake here, right? For them, not much.
And I think they probably want to make a pit stop. They want Justin to get to pit road. They want the fueler to fuel the car, and you know, they know the strengths that they had with their pit crew and their scenario, and maybe some guys that don't do it all the time. So they need to run all the laps and go through all the procedures.
And we might see them change tires too, because hey, you can.
And we saw that with Corey Heim in the first race. You know, rookie driver, pit crew, all the things that you know you have with a part-time team, to be able to do that for the first time of the year is very important.
Your YouTube on your TV isn't responding. That's annoying.
Austin Cindric, I mean, obviously, he has a knack for the super speedway stuff. He's got great teachers, great organization to help him learn. His first race was winning this Daytona 500. So he obviously knows how to get to victory lane. He knows how to keep himself up in the front. We saw those Fords look pretty strong in that first race. I think that Austin Cindric will be somebody that is in contention as we go through the day and night of the Daytona 500.
Spot on, no question. A lot different scenario out here when you're all by yourself. Much like Nemechek in that first one. Trying to find you a dancing partner, nobody wants to dance with you.
See Ty Gibbs right there in that 54 car, right behind our defending champion Kyle Larson on that back bumper. You know, even when you're trying to take care of everything, you still get some of those runs, and you still want to be able to. I always wanted to be able to test just what it felt like, so I had a good depth perception of where that car is in front of me. Start to feel the back bumper of the car in front of you, so you know when it's time to really start pushing and shoving. You had a good reference of what that felt like, and being comfortable with when those hood flaps are going to blow up. That was one of my reference points, was when those hood flaps would blow up, you knew that you were close enough to keep your back bumper right.
44, J.J. Yaley, triple USAC champ.
That's kind of pinball game. That doesn't surprise me.
Trying to put this 44
I feel like everything has like a pinball game. Like Wizard, I've seen like a Wizard of Oz pinball game.
He's got.
I feel like there's like so many movies that have pinball games, and
we've covered the fact that we think this needs to be a big year for him, and with the expectations and things that they had. I was a bit caught off guard after Corey Heim's lap in qualifying being so fast, and in the first race we saw Bubba Wallace make his way to the lead. So can Tyler Reddick, and is that car in the same condition as Bubba Wallace is, to be able to work his way to the front?
We'll see. Larry, what we're seeing is just about what I expected with all of these that we've seen. When race 1 is a big barn burner and dust up, the first 20 laps of race 2 look pretty tame.
Well, these drivers can be fast learners.
Welcome back, Cam.
What exactly went on in
You want to just go smoke?
I asked the question, would it pay dividends and maybe pitting a little early when you saw what happened with all those Fords pitted in that first duel? It sounds like that may be the safest bet. The downside, though, if a group stays out there and stays lined up, they're making lap times, and you're probably going to make it be tough to catch them even after they make their green flag stops. That's the downside right there.
All right, there's the pros and cons. Regan?
Well, Mike, just to add another layer to this onion right now here, also about pitting early. A little bit of chatter on a couple radios.
Yeah, Cam, the Super Bowl loss was so bad that I actually smoked a cigarette after the game.
Think about doing something at lap 20. I got to assume
That's how like upset I was.
at times they think they can go out there and get their full fuel.
It's very rare for me.
As fast as they can for the rest of the race. The 10 car of Ty Dillon also saying the same thing.
Why not? If you do what everybody else does, you're going to run right with everybody else. Complete this time by. Little change.
Yeah.
Okay, no change in the front 5. Just the way we started.
And as a driver, it is super hard to pace yourself. And
I wonder how Pete Carroll feels right now.
Right now, and we look at Ty Gibbs.
It might be the one guy who's like more upset than I am.
On that steering wheel all the time. wanting to do everything he can to push forward. And Eric Jones, same way, as we ride on his Advent Health onboard right here. So it's
Same.
a lot of discipline from the drivers. It's very strategic as you see a car shoot up on the outside right there. Ty Dillon and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. have decided that
No surprise there with those two at all.
Go time. For the younger of the two Dillon brothers, driving for Colic Racing.
Well, that just shows you, look how much faster he is. Foots to the floorboard.
It's Ty Dillon. He's got a good run.
And up the middle. That's Chase Elliott.
Better get down quick.
Oh, Jaden.
Uses that energy.
Well, there's 3 sheds.
Jaden, your dick's been ripped off. You just took your masculinity away from you.
All right, 21 laps complete. Toyota's on the inside, Chevy's on the outside. All fighting.
Dude, there is, Jaden. You could be more active.
150-mile duel.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance.
I heard a woman ask a guy out, and when they went to his home, the lady got upset over seeing Toy Story and 101 Dalmatians on VHS
Is for every Ford
and not
driver
having a
to feel
Disney
that
Plus
feeling.
subscription. Fuck that bitch, man. These hoes ain't loyal. Man, focus on yourself, bro. That's not true. I have a lot of respect for women. And they do very good things, and there's a lot of very nice, loyal women.
$4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More biggie options so you can get more of
You're not nerfed, Jaden. What's the evidence that you've been nerfed?
There it is, Limu, the 50-yard line. Soon we'll be telling the whole stadium how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance. To save people hundreds! Ooh. Ah. Looks like we're walking.
Good at halftime. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This President's Day, you can wait for a sale price. Or you can get the best price every day at Bob's.
And more of what you love.
More storage and more power. More comfort and more choices. Even more years on that precious mattress warranty.
All for hundreds less than the competition.
I cannot tell the line. Bob's is the obvious choice.
When you find the better choice, there's only one.
Oh my God!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. If red touches yellow, it'll kill a fellow. But if blue touches white, it's white. Head for the mountains.
We'll come back later.
At NASCAR, fast is never fast enough. Take Kyle Larson.
Off season? Never heard of it.
So, Camden, how's it feel to be the new king of the world?
The new championship format.
And Jaden, how does it feel to be Camden's bitch?
Really?
I want answers from both of
On
you.
the long road to Miami.
Even year.
2026 is anyone's game.
It's time.
Welcome back to the America 250 Florida Duel at Daytona, race number 2. You're watching our aerial coverage, brought to you by Goodyear.
Feels like he just won the Daytona 500.
Legendary.
Wow.
Chase Briscoe has led every lap.
Jaden feels like Corey LaJoy right
To
now.
pit road for a splash of Sunoco race fuel with zero carbon bioethanol. Is he going to need more than everybody else? Because he's been out front the whole race long.
Absolutely.
Yes, but I will say they've done a good job of managing the race. Kind of like a horse race, pulling them reins back a little bit. You have a teammate working with you too, and not just, pushing your bumper off of you, making sure that you keep it wide open. You can kind of
Jaden?
slow that pack down as well. And you can
Are you
see
hiding
how much
from
you slowed it down when the 10 car of Ty Dillon and Stenhouse drove around all of them on that outside.
Yo,
They've
okay.
definitely been more aggressive with the pace than what they were at the first race.
Well, let's remember what happened at the end of race number 1 when Casey Mears pulled a Hail Melon around the outside wall to race into the Daytona 500. Let's give you a little radio remix of that.
Hail Melon. No, bro. Oh, now you're in third. You're in third now, Jaden. What do you mean, actually you could? That'd be messed up. What would you do? What would you do, Jaden? What would you do? Oh. Oh, no, that would be fucked up. That would be fucked up, Jaden. You can't fucking do that. I'd fucking murder you.
Hell yeah is NASCAR's new image campaign for 2026. There's a good example of it right there.
Yeah, we used a prime example of it right there, but you just can't quit. And I'm happy for Casey Mears, old Bakersfield boy.
Yep.
Grew up a huge fan of,
That'd be
of
fucked
the Mears
up,
gang
Jaden.
and their family. So it's good to see good guys be able to have good things happen.
Jaden's now in
Especially
third.
after he rebounded from the mistake that
Who the
he
fuck's
had
in
early
second?
in the race when they were trying to get onto pit road under green. Actually spun Noah Gregson out and himself out, got stuck in the grass and got a lap down. So great to see all that cycle through.
Absolutely. All right, 27 down, 33 to go. Let's go to pit road and check it out.
Oh, yeah,
Chase
Rafa.
Elliott in the 9 running third right now. Before this race, his plan was to get after it. He said he was so eager to see how this new body style would push and be pushed, and he has not said anything on the radio. He's moving that car around, getting nice pushes, hasn't done a lot of pushing just yet, but seems to be happy as Chase is one of 5.
Jaden has failed post-race inspection. He's being encumbered. Well,
Right here, Jamie is the closest he is.
it doesn't really matter. He finished third.
So far in 29 laps. One car.
It's like that one Chicago race. I remember one time at Chicago, Chase Elliott finished like really good, and then he got like encumbered. He didn't win, but he got encumbered.
I feel like he's...
That's Jaden's situation right now.
Obviously made the big move on the outside, but I feel like if Ty Dillon pulled out, he's willing to pull out with him to get the rest of that track position. But sometimes you just have to surprise them and pop out there and do it. You can't. You almost have to lull them to sleep in scenarios like this.
Well, hey, it's a game of chess, and it's like a horse race. I've said it 100 times over the years. You've got the reins pulled back. Attrition is such a big part of this. You know that horse is going to be ready to run when the time's right. And right now, we've got to just get to the end of this.
Greatest third place finish of all time.
Get that under our belt. Let's make no mistakes. And then let's get to the end of this thing and see what she's got.
31 laps to go.
Didn't lead a single lap.
Next on FS1, we've lost Dale Earnhardt 25 years later. It's not about the race. It's not about the crash. It's about what we lost here 25 years ago.
We are halfway.
They're doing this. You just
Halfway
can't
home.
Keep your eye on these go homers, and I see Anthony Alfredo.
Well, actually, I guess 75%
back into that picture on the outside.
done with the racing
That
tonight.
baby blue car, the 62. There he is, right there. That adrenaline rush, the nerves of go or go home situation at Daytona for the 500 is huge, and there's a lot of these guys don't have that scenario going on right now. They're just kind of minding their P's and Q's and seeing what they got. A little bit of change up here on the front.
Yeah, that's Riley Herbst up on the outside lane right there.
Keep looking,
trying to make up some ground.
Even in the front right there.
Now, Herbst spent the first 10 laps trailing the pack just ahead of Allgaier.
You see Chase Elliott got to the bottom. There was a big gap in between Denny and his teammate Briscoe. Enabled Chase Elliott to get to the bottom, shake up to the front. Here comes Ty Dillon on the outside.
So now the bottom lane is Toyota, Chevy, Toyota, Chevy, Toyota.
Yeah, and what happens when you see these guys up on the outside lane like that, and then all of a sudden the leaders or the spotter or somebody says, oh, we got to go. We got to protect our track position. We got to pick up the pace. In order to do that, then you get those gaps, and that's allowed Chase Elliott to get in the middle of those two cars, not what they wanted to see happen.
32 complete this time around. We're probably 10 laps or so away.
I do have the PS2. I don't play it that much. I don't think I've played it in like 6 months.
Picking up here in Daytona. Stick around.
I think I've only played it twice in the last year.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms can keep.
Me and Dom played it like 6 months ago.
Away to what's
No,
possible
me, Nick,
with
and
Truvada.
Dom all played it during the
Rapid remission at 12
Daytona
weeks,
500 delay
and fewer
last
bowel
year.
movements and less abdominal pain at 4 weeks. Most patients achieve remission at 1 year.
and some patients saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious
It is
allergic
fun.
reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. For treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Your new bike is officially protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer. We can now safely go wherever the wind takes us. Let's ride. It was one of those books that smelled bad, but in a good way, you know?
No, man. Oh, didn't think this through, did you?
Nope. You go without me. The owner and I aren't on speaking terms. Apparently the refills are limited.
Okay.
It's not okay.
Hi. Hi.
GameStop still is Vice City.
With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly.
You're sticking around for the Dale Earnhardt documentary. I probably watch it at some point, but not tonight. I'm gonna.
Every truck month, trucks talk tough.
Probably would play a little bit of Madden after the race,
Truck month,
and then
the most powerful light
go to bed.
lineup in America.
I got work
America's
tomorrow.
Best powertrain limited warranty, built to never stop. Hurry in for great deals during Ram Truck Month. The only one worth the talk. Nothing stops Ram.
Purchase this Ram 1500 and get 0% financing for 60 months or $6,500 total cash allowance on 26 Ram 1500 models in dealer inventory. And get a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
You guys, Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful. I'm not condensating, you're condensating. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
25 laps to go. Ty Dillon on the outside wants to lead this race, and Ricky Stenhouse wants to help him there. Chase Briscoe has not let go of the lead except for one lap.
This scenario here is good practice for Chase Briscoe and his spotter. He's kind of blocking both lanes right there, getting in the sync of going back and forth, slowing that lane up, and then he'll come back down to the bottom and slow this lane up as they approach. Yeah, let's listen into that communication because it's a lot right now.
Half load lane. 3/4, half 3/4 load lane. Now half load lane, still even behind you here. Still 2x2 again. Still half load lane. 47 back tighter with the 10 here, quarter off you to the mid. They're back separated. Get still ahead by a nose.
Air traffic control.
Yeah, and you know, I think we're finally at the point in this race where everybody wants to not give up their track position anymore. So I think it's time to get yourself positioned for this pit stop and keep your track position, and really you've seen that pack tighten up.
Larry Mack?
Yeah, with the pace that Chase Briscoe is keeping right now, this 19 car, regardless of when he pits, and we're getting close, probably within the next 8 to 10 laps, he needs about 7 gallons of fuel, dumping about 1.8 to 2 gallons per second. He needs to be in his pit box about 3.5 seconds. That's about exactly the length of time that Joey Logano spent in his pit box in that first duel.
Briscoe has led all but one lap, so burning more fuel than the cars in his slipstream.
Well, definitely exactly what Larry's talking about. That's the fastest lap of the race right there for your leader, Chase Briscoe.
Well, we've definitely not seen the Toyotas be able to do what the Fords did in the last race. The Fords were really aggressive in those first 2 or 3 laps in the last race to get themselves put together as far as nose to tail. This one, Denny Hamlin, I think he got a little. I don't know what happened in the scenario, but they got themselves with Chase Elliott in the middle of them. Then you see Kyle Larson in front of Christopher Bell back there. So not going to be able to take advantage of the numbers that they have with those Joe Gibbs racing cars currently, with the way that the Hendrick cars have split that bottom lane up of those cars.
Of the racing cars, Anthony Alfredo on the 4th car on the outside, and 8th.
Yeah, Anthony Alfredo's the leader of the guys trying to get in. McLeod 17th, Yaley 19th.
short pit stop in the offing.
Yeah, and you see Ricky Stenhouse right there, really aggressive on the back bumper of Ty Dillon getting into turn 3. Chase Briscoe up to slow that lane down and put himself in a position, if they are going to keep pushing forward, that he's positioned himself in the front of the pack. But lets that 10 car of Ty Dillon get to his right.
Briscoe's went all but one lap. Ty Dillon led a lap.
Right there, taking the lead.
And here comes Ty Dillon back.
Come up to help. Give a little energy to that outside lane. A little bump here before the end of backstretch, and Chase Elliott does likewise on the bottom. Bigger bump on the bottom.
Yeah, and
all right, so I have a plan on how to get down, but we're going to have to get the lead to do it. So with 2 to go in our window, I'm going to have you back up to the 47, and we're going to try to get a run to try to get the lead. Have the 47 go with us to the bottom. Copy that?
Well, good plan, because you can't pit from the outside lane.
No, but he's going to try to take that 47 with him as the plan. You're going to back up, get to the bumper of the 47. He's going to push as hard as he can and push you in front of both of those cars. Not only you, but him as well. Maybe McDowell with him.
I don't believe any of it. After the last race,
believe it. Watch, he's pushing hard.
They said they were pitting. You got to be careful.
I don't see how both of them can clear Briscoe.
That's going to be a tough feat, and because Briscoe and those guys on the bottom.
Be ready for it, because here it comes.
Oh, shit.
You see that lift out of McDowell? He had to look at the flames coming out of that thing. The third car back, the Eagle.
Yeah, Ty Dillon to the lead.
He's clear. That's how. Right there. See if they take it. I don't know if they'll take it. Yeah, they're going to take it because you got a pit stop coming. That's
well done.
Yep.
Good job, and they actually delivered the
Now it's
plan
picking up a little
over
bit.
the radio so that everybody could hear it, and it still worked out. So that makes me think that those guys just aren't in a position to be ready to be as aggressive with the fuel as what these guys are. So
show you that backfire that Clint talked about here.
Yeah, watch him right there as he approaches these cars. Big head of steam. Whoa.
Ty Dillon is cooking.
Yeah, the flames out of the pipe are from the lift. All the way out the
Exactly.
gas.
That's that raw fuel when you lift. It's still in the exhaust pipes there. But did you see there was a car behind him? And Valfredo did the same thing. That's heads up on a spot.
Our
Communication
NASCAR in-season tournament runner-up,
Stack him up and drive him right through.
Ty Dillon.
Valfredo on the outside.
McDowell to the lead.
There's a go or go homer.
Well, McDowell has already dropped down in front of Dillon, so the Chevrolet.
Here comes Anthony Alfredo. The car is trying to get in.
Couple more here trying. Very important for
Coming for the
Alfredo.
lead.
He can get down in front of that Chevy.
Anthony Alfredo to the lead.
Tremendously in this go or go home scenario.
Alfredo and Zilich on the outside before Riley Herbst and Tyler Reddick. 2 Chevys, 2 Toyotas on the outside.
There's that Zilich kid. We were wondering if he could answer the call. Here he comes.
I think McDowell in that lap.
For him, because of the fact that he's never had a lot of experience pushing and shoving with these cars on the super speedways. So a lot of learning going on right now in that 88 car of Connor Zilich.
Right, in a series he was in last year, you weren't allowed to push. You could push, but you had to release right away.
Ish.
Yes.
Yeah, and we hear from the top of the roof, and Rick Corelli, the spotter of the 62 car, is telling Alfredo he's got to get to the bottom of the racetrack. And the reason, when you get in these windows, if you're not with your planned group to come to pit road and you're stuck in that outside lane, then you're off sequence and could get hung out and have to do your own thing.
Yeah, and you don't know when they're going to pit. To your point, here comes another push. Might be an opportunity he's looking for. But you see that third car back, Riley Herbst right there. That's what's hurting them. As Zilich pushes him, he loses his help from behind with Reddick and Herbst.
Jamie?
Michael McDowell continues to lead there in the 71, and they told him 2 laps ago, we are really good on fuel. You've done a great job working on that for us. So now go forward or maintain. And he went forward, guys. See how that car is running up front in that clean air.
Okay, I see a hand out here at the 11 car. Look back here in the back. 11's waving, 11's coming. Briscoe's got his hand out. Toyotas are coming, fellas.
Toyotas are coming unless it's another false alarm.
Time at lap 45.
And this could be really unique for those guys that are not coming, so you got to be really careful here.
Yeah, does anybody join them?
Alfredo got to the front
Yep.
of that front. Here he comes. Chase How about Chase Elliott coming with
Chase
him?
coming.
Wow, that's a shakeup.
Only 5 cars come that time, though.
5 cars to pit road, led by Briscoe. And they'll get some Sunoco race fuel with 0 carbon bioethanol.
Yeah, and that's not all of the Toyotas, guys. You got the 45, the 35 still out there.
Time stops for fuel only. Eric Jones in and out. Now, can they all get lined up again as they exit pit road?
Yeah. This is a super broken up strategy for the 19 and 11.
Briscoe had a bad stop.
Not going to be with them.
Briscoe's going to lose the draft.
Good point. Let's keep an eye on this other group right here, see if they come.
He led all those laps, so he needed more fuel.
100%.
More time on pit road.
It's not good.
All right, here are the Chevrolets.
Some of them.
Some. Not Connor Zilic. He's going to stay on track out in front.
We're going to have three different groups in this one. Didn't see that in the last duel.
Yeah.
No, and this is not what you want to see. I mean, obviously, Chase Briscoe, the last car on your bottom screen right there, you see Anthony Alfredo making his pit stop, had positioned himself up towards the front of this pack. But there's just not very many cars on pit road.
5 right now.
And so what'll happen right here
It's
is all
another
these
5 cars
that are
pitted.
organized on the racetrack are going to make way better lap time than the guys that are broken up into smaller groups.
Now, those 5 all left pretty much together. They'll be able to form up a draft. Let's see if this brings the rest to pit road. Oh, not by himself.
Left him out.
Oh, boy.
Super unorganized.
Almost ran him over.
Yeah, a lot of plans gone wrong right here. And I think as you see all these things broken up, this pack right here on the racetrack, as you see Connor Zilic on pit road, this pack right here on the racetrack is going to want to run as long as they can run, because all of the things that have happened, they aren't going to make near the lap time that these cars are on the racetrack. So they're going to make up overall time if they can get their pit stop right.
Especially as connected and as many cars as in that group, to your point, Kevin. Now, this savings that we see in this fuel mileage early in these races, that is what affords these teams the opportunity to do different things and get on different strategies. Here they come now.
Here comes everyone.
Everybody else comes to pit road. 9 cars.
Very collected, though, to Kevin's point.
All guarded in pit.
Yeah, and they're still going to have the biggest numbers when they get back out on the racetrack.
Yes, sir.
And you know, so we've seen some of those cars get formed back up going into turn 3, but these guys are still going to have numbers.
There you go. You can see up in the track map on the top where those two groups are starting to catch each other, and you see how bad that hurt Zilic pitting by himself. Freight train.
Yeah, this is not going to be as bad as I thought it was going to be, Clint. This group that got formed back up is actually going to go by the group that was on the racetrack. Thing that we got to watch on the back straightaway off of exit of turn 2 right here is when these cars start changing lanes to try to break up the momentum of the cars that are coming at a much faster pace of speed.
And that's exactly what they'll do. They'll pull up there and block them. Are you sure you want me to do that? They're going too fast.
I don't think so. The closing rate is too fast.
We've seen them do it before. There's one that's going to do it.
You just need one to make a little bit of chicane so that those cars behind you start getting mixed up. That's exactly what you want to see right
Look
here.
at it work. Barry went too high. They threaded the needle up to the top and around.
Now
Zilic put it all by himself.
Because they broke the momentum of
He's still in that pack.
And Eric Jones emerges at the front of this pack ahead of Chase Elliott and Michael McDowell.
That is exactly what you want to do if you're the guy that's put yourself at a disadvantage. Those 3 cars in different lanes to make them serpentine like they did through that traffic. Now they weren't together, and it broke that momentum and just made it one pack again.
Well, it might work this time, Kevin, but you want me to do
Oof.
what? You want me to
Oof. Damn.
That is a difficult situation. It's pretty dicey, if you ask me.
Carson Hocevar right there. And Eric Jones had a little bit of contact, and I thought,
whoa, big block out of Reddick. Almost a wreck right there.
Yes. And here to
Hocevar in the lead.
Here comes Zane Smith, and they're closing it right up again.
Yeah,
Here goes Reddick.
This race has just gone through the roof right now. Tyler Reddick to the lead. We talked about this. We saw his teammate Bubba Wallace in the first race take the lead.
Hocevar back to the lead.
But we had a lot of questions about the 45 and the 23, but here they are at the front of both of these races.
No numbers coming to
You knew with 3 different groups how much they were going to be bottled up there, and boy, it really came to a head all together. They're pushing and shoving big blocks. Like lucky to get out of that one without a caution. It ain't over yet.
Austin Cindric moving up into the top 5 in his Ford. Hocevar, the leader.
No, don't go to.
Will be
You
back
better
for
be
the
side by
finish of
side.
Duel 2 at Daytona.
You better go side by side. Dude, are you fucking serious right now?
Race you on dirt, sand, snow. Race you through
I'm
this,
fucking.
over that, all day, all night. Race you on 4
That's
wheels.
fucking crazy.
How about no wheels? Race you with the world watching. This guy watching. Race you to the summit. Maybe not that summit. To sub 7. Any event, any terrain, any time. Race you.
If the Colonel saw the price of a lunch today, he'd have some choice words. But with KFC's $5 bowls packed with all this crispy chicken, he wouldn't have any words at all, because his mouth would be filled with gravy and greatness. 5 KFC bowls for just $5 each. This guy, cold and smooth survival skills. My watch is broken. You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. Head for the mountains. Welcome to Sunday at full throttle.
Oranges don't whisper. They roar. This is where you remember what it's like to feel something.
Heart racing with your people, screaming your damn lungs out.
Let's go! So America, start your engines!
You want me to date your daughter?
We'll write you a recommendation to MIT.
I got it on this fucking stream, but.
Otto Ward was born with his foot on the gas.
We're gonna see what's.
He once met
Wee.
Slug. They didn't get along.
Barely see it, but.
You could put him behind any wheel, and he wouldn't just have fans. He'd have groupies. Fortunately for the people of Concord Acres, Pato chose to drive here. You want to catch Pato Award? Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth. That rumble you hear, that growl you feel, that's us.
Chase Elliott on the outside with Carson Hocevar. Denny Hamlin in the middle lane. Austin Cindric on the bottom. Who's going to win it?
Well, I like the line on the outside. Actually, they just went down to the bottom. But those Toyotas, those 3 Toyotas in the inside, led by Denny Hamlin, were really strong against them.
Yeah, and you got all those
Chevys
Chevys on the outside, and I don't like when you get into those lane-changing situations.
Jesus.
You look right around Kyle Larson and Ricky Stenhouse right there.
Comes Larson on the move to the inside.
Larson was my pick to win.
Spit McDowell out.
Yeah, and McDowell is able to capitalize on those cars not having to run behind him and only lose 1 spot right there.
Felix right back to it. How about him bouncing back after the being by himself on pit road?
Ford Chevrolets to the front. 5 of them. 6. Jamie, let's go back to the pit stop for our pole sitter. What happened?
Yes, Chase Briscoe was dominating this race, and he went from 1st to 20th after that pit stop. You see it here. It was a mistake. Stopped. You see him right there. He doesn't go far enough. Had to refire it, guys. That cost him quite a bit of time, and he hasn't made up any ground.
Wasn't quite in his box, was he?
And those are the things that we talked about in the pre-race. You got to be able to do all those little things right. But not having done it since last year, we didn't make pit stops last week at Bowman Gray. So all those things can make or break your day.
4 to go, freight train Chevys on the outside. The Toyotas, they went straight to the back. Denny's in trouble. You see Bell right there.
Bell was the first Toyota there in 7th place.
Yeah, and you see a really aggressive move with that Red Bull car of Connor Sillage down on the bottom. He pulled down, seeing Josh Berry making some ground on the bottom lane.
And it broke that outside lane up when he did that.
Coming up next on FS1, we've lost Dale Earnhardt 25 years later. You'll want to stick around for that.
Yeah, and you see 3 wide back there in the back of the pack, and that has kind of broken the 2 cars that inside lane needed to make up ground, and that's going to allow the outside lane to just go right on around that 88 car of Connor Zilich and Josh Berry.
Watching those front 2 cars, big pushes out of Hocevar in the second place car. Don't get him out too far. Every time you do that, creates those big gaps. That's opportunity when they come pouncing back up to you.
And sometimes
this whole race has been green.
Shoot that leader out and catch him off guard by backing up to the
got 3 to go.
The third place car to get that gap to try to create that run.
And you're spot on right there, except for that third place car is his teammate. I don't want to do that to him.
Now the race in battle's got
Couple of 2 to go.
Anthony Alfredo is
it's a fucking freight train.
There he is. He and BJ McLeod are just a position apart.
Alfredo is like way off the draft.
With JJ Yeley 2 laps down.
Second half off, but he's in position to advance.
That's a scenario like we were talking about in the first race as well. What happens is you get to the back of that pack, and when it's full speed and gets more single file than double file, you can't keep up. If you don't have the speed in your car that you need when you're at the tail end of that pack. Big wiggle by Eric Jones right there. Austin Cindric all over the back.
I guess nobody's going to do anything.
Really broken up right here.
All right, every position you gain in this last lap and a half moves you up 1 row in the 500 field, and
all right, white flag.
Sooner. 1 lap to go.
One more time around. This race has gone green the entire time.
Who's going to pull out a line first? You see those first 2 cars with a massive push from Carson Hocevar to the back bumper of that 9.
5's going to have an option right here.
5's going to have an option right here, and he's going to get a run.
That's
on
what he just fucking said he
did. And he chooses to be in the back bumper of Carson Hocevar.
Thought he might move and McDowell might go with it, but no, they hold station.
It sure seems like these guys are committed to each other to at least get off the exit of turn 4 with the Chevrolet.
Yeah, they're dumb.
Bell to the bottom for Toyota.
One more, too. Thought better of it. Got back in line.
Off turn 4 for the final time.
They didn't do none. Chase Elliott's going to win the second duel at Daytona.
Now it's a 3-time duel winner for crew chief Alan Gustafson, who grew up here in Daytona Beach.
Okay, I saw. And Anthony Alfredo, how about him making the show? That's huge for him.
You gotta love that for Little Beard Motorsports.
I don't know how they stayed green that whole time. They were going kind of wild there at the end, but yeah, Alfredo makes it.
For all this time, Darren Shaw, and they run a very limited schedule of a few races. They're going to be thrilled to be in this 500.
Saw a lot of big pushes.
It was a 49-minute, 11-second race.
I want to put that to bed. I like those big hammer pushes right there. All them Chevys on the outside, I think we're safe.
Yeah, and the one thing that we saw of those Chevrolets right there, up until the exit of turn 4 when Kyle Larson made that move, they were committed to each other. That's something that we've seen out of the Roger Penske Fords and the Ford Camp. And we saw that structure and commitment from those Chevrolets right there when they were all together.
Yeah, McLeod and Yaley not make the Daytona 500.
Because all those Chevys are from different teams, they really didn't work that well together.
It surprised me with Hocevar not being the Hendrick teammate right there and having teammates on both sides of him. I thought he was going to shoot to the bottom going down into 3, and he did. He thought better of it. Big win.
Jeez, Jaden. Camden, how does it feel?
Third dual win in his 11th
Camden, how's it feel?
The most wins among active drivers.
Camden, you've been dethroned. Now you're Jaden's bitch.
That's a big confidence booster rolling into this big dance on Sunday.
Well, we know Chase Elliott has always been good on these super speedways, and you know we've talked about how we think that the point style fits what he and Alan Gustafson do from just the way that they race, how they race, finishing races. So what a great start for Chase Elliott.
Yeah, they start the count off with 10 points. Yeah, in the duel.
I love that the fact
Too bad
that
he
we're talking
cheated. He
about
did not,
points
though.
Over here, we got our
You didn't cheat and he didn't cheat. Nobody cheated. It was a fair competition.
Compared to myself being a horse racer.
Talking about points race.
I'm a points racer.
I'm
You're the
with
horse
you,
racer.
But we haven't with this 9 car been in. We don't have that Harley Earl trophy yet. I want to go out and get that thing. That's what I'm worried about if I'm in that 9 car, and that's exactly what that was worried about.
Chase becomes the 3rd driver to win 3 or more duels for Hendrick Motorsports. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has 3, Jeff Gordon 5 dual wins.
There's Anthony Alfredo. Gosh, what a relief.
You want your money
He'll
back?
sleep good tonight. Probably didn't sleep a wink
No.
tonight.
Probably had to use a few of those.
No
those,
refunds.
Wipes on the side of his car. Might have been a little nervous.
The 26-year-old from Ridgefield, Connecticut makes it in. And the 30-year-old from Dawsonville, Georgia captures the flag. Jamie?
Well, Chase Elliott said this week he wanted to get after it in this duel. With this new body, he wanted to feel it out, see what you had. What's your opinion of it after that one?
Yeah, it's a great way to get the blood pumping for sure on a Thursday night. It was a lot going on. You know, those last handful, really ever since we came off pit road after the cycle, man, we were getting after it. It was a lot of fun. So I had some great support there. You know, Carson did a great job helping me control those lanes and you know, helping get Team Chevy to victory lane tonight. So certainly owe him an appreciation for, you know, just kind of sticking with it and also pushing me well. You know, it's really easy to get people out of control. So appreciate that. Nice to get the Napa Chevy, you know, a win, not a 500. I've been here before, not the other one. So you have to, you know, kind of learn to take it a day at a time. But look, great way to start, you know, this speed week for our team. Really proud of all the effort. Everybody, Hendrick Motorsports, the boss, you know, from top to bottom, you know, their commitment and will to win is pretty darn high. So proud to be a part of their team, and good night. Looking forward to Sunday.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. How does getting this win, I mean, knowing how your team executed, your pit crew, everything, how does that set you guys up for Sunday and you trying to win your first Daytona 500?
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a rocky road. You know, we've had a couple really close opportunities. Fortunately, we've won this race here tonight before, you know, like I said. So I'm excited, but, you know, I'm also kind of cautiously realizing, you know, what Sunday brings, and obviously that's the, you know, that's the big prize that we all want. So certainly one, you know, we'll enjoy tonight. We'll think about what we can do to be better. Definitely some things that I think our car can improve on before Sunday, and the track is going to deteriorate. It's going to be a good bit warmer and sunshine being out. So a lot to think about between now and then, but, you know, appreciate the effort, and we'll be ready to go to work come Sunday.
All right, that's Chase Elliott, winner of Duel number 2.
Chase Elliott wins Duel 2.
Well, down here on pit road, it is all hugs.
Anthony Alfredo.
Anthony Alfredo, who for the third time in your career, you will start the Daytona 500, but tonight you had to race your way in. How stressful was that?
I definitely don't love being in that position. Making it on time's a lot easier, but I mean, do this for the third time. It's really cool because the first race ever, so I was sitting right there.
Kind of emotional, man.
My career's had a lot of ups and downs, and you never know when you're getting another shot to race on any Sunday. Especially the Daytona 500, a great American race. So I have all my family here, my baby girl Everly. I think I've only been this choked up twice in my life. When she was born, qualified for the Daytona 500, and it wouldn't be possible without Beard Motorsports. Is a tremendous family, women-owned NASCAR Cup Series team with a dream, carrying along Mark Beard Sr.'s legacy, and Dude Wipes. I mean, I wouldn't be in where I'm at in my career without them. And they've been my flagship partner in the NASCAR Rally Auto Parts Series. And then we've done some cup races together and excelled. But to come here and make the Daytona 500 together is a dream come true. And I mean, missing it last year has haunted me until this very moment. This is the only thing that could blow that black cloud over.
Absolutely see the emotion involved with making the Daytona 500 such a big night.
Yeah, great story there for Anthony Alfredo.
Happy for him.
But it means that BJ McLeod and
Got very emotional there. Very happy for him.
And not make the
BJ McLeod went over to congratulate him.
Now that's a class act right there. Chase Elliott,
BJ McLeod missed the 500.
Winner in Daytona. We'll be back to wrap things up.
Alrighty, y'all. Well, that was a fun time tonight. Happy to have NASCAR back. And it's day 1 of 4 straight days of NASCAR. I'll be live. When the fuck am I going to be live? You know, I'm never going to be live again. I'm never going to go live again. That's actually my announcement. No. So I'll be going live tomorrow night at 7:15 for the trucks. Saturday, I'll be going live at 4:45 for the Xfinity race. Or it's the O'Reilly race. The O'Reilly race. O'Reilly. It's O'Reilly. And then Sunday, I'll be live at 2:30 for the Daytona 500. So, yeah. Yeah. O'Reilly. Anyway, I want to thank you bitches for watching, and peace out.